Jeez, that scared the crap out of me, dude.
Hello.
Okay.
Howdy.
I guess I just can't record and stream at the same time. That's fine. Okay. So this is the um 7th episode of Subspace D&D. Quick question, am I blurry on your guys' side?
A little,
It
but the
looks
stream looks the
blurry
stream
on
looks really good.
Okay. Um so this is 7th episode of D&D, a Chaos Brews. Recently, it's been like a month, I think a month and a half, right? It's been a minute.
Something like
been a
that. At the
long
very
time.
least, a month.
Yeah, at least a month. So recently, you guys were at Roderick the Gardener's, not Roderick, sorry, Lyric the Gardener's cabin, where you kind of got bandaged up after the lightning storm that Orweeb had summoned with the power of Maliki, um, in the fight with the Avatar of Greed. In that fight, the Avatar of Greed went flying over the horizon, and you guys haven't seen them since. The lightning kind of knocked you all unconscious, and O'Flanagan was able to drag you all back to Lyric's cabin, where you got nursed back to health. You got some new weapons. You guys kind of started walking into the forest. You travel some ways, learn about each other, learn some new things about your party mates, some things about O'Flanagan, and came over to a um, kind of like a beach area with the sand and the trees, and across the way you saw a sword plunged in stone. And I believe it looks like it was Ordweeb and Corwin crossed the way, and O'Flanagan and, correct me if I'm saying it wrong, Demoinia,
Correct.
correct? Sweet. Okay. So Demoinia and O'Flanagan stayed across the way with their with all their belongings, while Corwin and Ordweeb dropped their belongings on the beachside and crossed. They climbed over a little hillside, and they got to a clearing where over the clearing horizon came out two giant spiders. And I will
Yep.
bring up that screen right now.
I've been waiting for this one.
I've been waiting for
Loaders.
this one.
Turn it
Okay.
up. Oh my god, they're so big.
Damn, I remember I had like a plan right when you said that, but it's been a month, and so now I don't remember what my plan was.
Did it have something to do with taming beasts?
It had something with them being spiders, but I straight up
Weren't they
can't. I'm gonna have to read through and hope that I remember what it was.
weren't you like raised by spiders or like beast
Oh
chosen or
Yeah.
something like that? You could talk to them or
Mhm.
something like that?
Yeah. You can
yeah,
I remember Natalia and
yeah.
I debating that whether a spider would count as like an insect or an animal because it's an arthropod,
Mhm.
and like whether it like
Yeah.
laid out.
Yeah, I put on here that I'm most familiar with deer, but learned to hunt with giant spiders.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
fucking perfect. You guys are homies.
Okay. I am going to bring up the initiative board in a moment. Okay. Each of you give me an initiative roll. We'll see who we'll be
Okay.
seeing who's going, man.
I
Got
like
a
the way it's
7.
looking at me.
17.
Alright, I need to roll for O'Flanagan. Now I'm all out of I'm out of my element now because I haven't played so long.
Yeah.
Okay. 18 on O'Flanagan. Okay.
Mr. Flanagan.
Auto roll their initiative. Alright, we're starting with O'Flanagan. See, O'Flanagan turns to Orbweeb. I don't even have this activated yet either. Oh, son of a bitch. I don't even have it made. I'm a slacker. Okay. Or we. Okay, so O'Flanagan's voice has a little. It's down at the moment, so we're gonna use my own. But O'Flanagan turns to Des Moines. He's going to see if he can actually. Man, I'm having a hard time right now. He's going to see if he can actually see what's happening over the hillside as they disappear over the actual hillside.
I mean, those guys are
11.
pretty big.
You see, Des Moines, O'Flanagan turns to you and he goes, I think they might be, I think something's going on across the way. I see something big moving over there. I'm gonna go across. They might need help.
Okay, that's up to you. I'm not doing that. You guys are on your own on this one.
What's wrong?
I'm not going over there.
Is it the water?
I'm not getting in that water. No, ma'am. I'm staying right over here.
Okay, well, I want to go help our allies. You see, he just dives into the water. We'll see if he actually does okay. Yeah, he's swimming across the water. All right.
Bird in water.
Can I see anything that's going on from where I'm at?
Give me a investigation check. So the first big spider.
Huge.
Yeah, you see the first big spider is climbing over this tree, and it's making like a as it's crawling over the tree, and you can see like venom leaking from its fangs, like it's ready to fight you. It approaches Corwin first, and it goes to strike with.
Flick it in the face.
See, O'Flanagan,
do
as
that.
this giant spider approaches you, it brings up its front legs and it starts twirling and making webs, and it goes to throw it over you. 3. Okay, he got a I don't know. Hold on a second.
Give us 25.
He got 20.
Okay, yeah, he got a 25. He got a nat 20. So, okay, so the big spider goes spews a bunch of webs all over Corwin, and you see Corwin just gets knocked down to the ground and stuck to the grass beneath him. Corwin, you're watching as all this webbing is just covering your body, and you're having a hard time actually moving around. Orbweeb, you watch as Corwin goes down, and you see he's just webbed up. What do you want to do?
Like Shelob core.
Right?
I would like.
Corwin,
to
obviously
cast-
you are knocked prone.
Yeah.
That wasn't obvious.
I would like to cast Speak with Animals and try to communicate with them, as I do have a history of speaking with giant spiders in the past. I would like to see what their motives are. Are they protecting something? Are they protecting their home or this sword? Or are they just hunting for food?
Alright, I'm so sorry. Say that one more time.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Speak with animals? Okay. Describe the spell for me.
You
Just-
gain the
just do it.
ability to Yeah, I just do it. It's one action. You gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations, monsters, including whatever they can perceive or have perceived within the past day. You might be able to persuade a beast to perform a small favor for you at the GM's discretion.
She
Okay.
does have a history of speaking to big spiders.
So are you going to speak to the first one, both of them?
Whichever one looks bigger.
They're both roughly about the same size.
Okay, does it look like either of them, do either of them look different?
Identical.
Okay, I'll just talk to whichever one's closest then.
Okay, so the one
Probably
that's
the
kind
one
of...
that attacked Corwin.
Yeah, the one that's... Okay, so this one's towering over Corwin. And you see it spindling more web as Corwin is trying to, like, break free. And you kind of just... You speak out to it. And as you begin to speak, you see it turns its attention to you. What are you saying?
I'm saying, hello, friendly beast. Or not so friendly beast. What what are your intentions? Are you protecting something or hunting for food? I can help you with either.
I do as the sword demands.
You do as the sword demands. Are you protecting that sword? Do you want to protect that sword?
The sword must be protected.
Do you want us to leave the sword alone?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
You should have told him he looked stunning.
Good gorgeous darling. 13.
13. So as you're speaking to this spider, you can feel like a vibration from behind you coming from the sword and the stone.
Can I turn around to look at it?
You turn around to look at the sword and the stone, and you can see it's doing it kind of like almost like a vibration, like it's shaking inside the stone.
I'm gonna ask the spider, are we making the sword angry?
Only the worthy can draw the blade. It can sense magic nearby. Magic is bad.
Okay. I'm using magic to speak with you right now. If you'd like, we can leave. We can leave. We don't want to make you upset. We don't want to harm the sword. We were simply curious about it.
The sword wants a new wielder. We can't let you walk away.
Oh.
I
I don't
and I
want-
just want
I don't wanna
Only
hurt you.
those who are designed to be tested for the sword can find a place such as this. With that, we move on to the next person. You see the next
think I hit.
spider. You see the following spider next to it speaks out and just goes, "Enough chit chat!" Ah! It charges forward and rushes towards Orbweeb.
All right.
Orbweeb, you watch as it climbs over the tree, going, and its fangs come like just burrowing down towards you.
Can I do a little?
With an 8 to
Do a
hit.
little. Can I do a little?
So the fangs come crashing down towards you, and you kind of just like step aside, and it just kind of digs into the dirt and draws it back out. And you see the spider starts to scramble a little bit as it's trying to find its footing to figure out where you are. Now we have Corwin. Corwin, what are you doing?
I'm restrained and prone, right?
You are restrained and prone, yes.
I'm laying down.
I'll try and break out. You want strength?
Yeah, give me a strength check.
That ain't happening, Captain.
So Corwin, you're holding your arms to yourself, and you start shaking about, and you're trying to like get your arms off your chest, so you might at least be able to summon some magic to break free from these webs. But you can't even get your arms off of your chest, and you're almost like just sealed down like this with the webs around you. You try to break free, but you can't make much use of it. Is there anything else you'd like to do? Or can do?
No, I'm gonna save it. No.
Okay.
Uh,
So we move on to Demointhus. You see across the way,
Alright.
O'Flanagan is like pulling up to about over here. You see he's getting to the other side. He's crossed almost the body of water. What do you want to do?
How many feet roughly am I away from them?
Actually, I have a tool for this.
Either like by the spiders. Alrighty.
The spiders are 46 feet. Orb-weave exactly is 37 and a half feet.
And Orb-weave looks like in my goddamn way. Okay.
Yep, they're both in your way.
Fuck.
Sorry. Trying
We
to
make a
talk.
nice
And it
wall.
Yeah, a wall of my companions that I don't want to hit with either of the things that I could hit them with. Can I try to... It's a really far distance. Let me see. So I'm gonna use Mama Turkey, and I'm gonna
Okay.
and make sure you can make your voice boom up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1 minute. So I'm gonna scream to both of them to get out of my way.
Okay.
Just gonna yell, get out of... I need to hit these guys, and you are in my way.
You belch out for them to get out of your way, and that you need to hit them. As you release this, is there anything else you want to do? Anything else you can do?
There isn't much else that I can do if they are in my way. That's my problem. I just want to
Hey.
yell, both of you move to the side.
Demointhus, what was
I'm
your
not going to
initiative?
yell like...
You remember?
You didn't roll initiative on...
You had to
I
roll
didn't
your own.
initiative. I know, I didn't roll it.
Okay, go ahead and give me a roll if it lets you.
Yeah. Yeah, 7.
7. Okay.
Put me at
You
the
moved
bottom
up
of
on the
pack.
leaderboard, but you're still last. So
Yeah, it kind of makes sense, so it's fine. I realized I
Alright.
never rolled it, but I'm already at last.
okay. So is there anything else you want to do?
Is there anything that I can hide behind a little bit right there? No, not really. Okay.
No, you're kind of in an open clearing right now. Unless you want to go back
Okay,
up the stairs.
I'm just gonna yell that and leave it because there isn't anything else I can do
Okay.
from this
You
distance.
you yell out for them to get out of your way. You see O'Flanagan, he's arriving to the hillside to crawl over, and he comes up, and as he hears you scream that, you see he turns around and he dives back into the water. Let's see how well he gets out of the way. Oh, he does fantastic. You see he goes arms first,
Beautiful.
dives back into the water, and you see his talons on his feet kick up and then go down with him. He just
Is he
completely
Fucking puffin? Jesus Christ.
he just completely
beautiful.
dives into the
That's
water.
what I need from him.
So we're just gonna put him
Professional
like right over
swimmer stance.
here. Okay. We're gonna call that the end of his turn. Next up is the following giant spider. Okay.
By the way,
Alright.
Wyatt, from what it looks like, I can like passively communicate with them for the next 10 minutes.
Oh, cool. Okay, that's fine.
It
Um,
doesn't take concentration or anything, so it seems like that's just something I can do now. So just a heads up.
Interesting. Okay. So you see the first one you were originally talking to? He starts to rotate towards you as this other one is beginning to also kind of spin around. I even should, but this looks weird. You see, as it turns to you, it belches out. Time to find out if you're worthy. And it just
Alright.
goes. It takes its fangs and it goes to bite you towards the hillside
Alright.
with an 11.
Boo.
No
it
hit.
match?
Okay.
Oh,
No, it does hit. It does hit. Sorry.
Oh, it does hit.
it does?
I was saying boo because it hits. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
My AC is 10.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Pretty easy to hit me. What's your guys' AC at?
Okay.
11.
You take 4 damage as the fangs pierce you, and it kind of starts. You can tell the spider is trying to bring you close to the hillside's edge. Give me a Constitution saving throw as you get pierced by the fangs.
19.
19. Okay. Okay. You take 2 poison damage as you can start to feel somewhat hot as the fangs pierce. So your whole body starts to feel hot, and you start
Ow.
getting knocked towards the edge of this hillside. Now it is your turn.
Alrighty, I'm going to pull out my spear, and whichever one is closer to me, I'm just gonna huck it at.
Okay, you
And
draw your.
as I'm throwing it, I'm just gonna say, "I'm so sorry, I have to do this," and then just.
All right,
They
you draw
made
your
their choice.
spear, and you see the spider actually flinches and backs up, and you throw your spear, and you let it fly. Give me a roll.
What teen? Oh, I didn't add anything to that actually. I'm sorry. Do you want me to re-roll or do you want me to just add it?
Yeah, re-roll with the actual weapon.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, you're good. It's
So I
been like
had to
a
do it for a
month,
second
so
there.
we're all kind of
Darn.
11. So you go to throw the spear, and you throw it just a little bit too low to the left, and it goes flying, and it actually lands near Corwin, and it sticks into the ground.
Oi!
All right.
Time to
As
talk to him.
this spider watches as you throw the spear and it lands next to it, it goes, "How dare you!" And this one
You
actually
told
turns.
me I had to fight you.
No, this one says, "How dare you," and turns and goes to rush you.
Man. Can I do a backflip into the water?
You see,
Like
the
a
other one
acrobatics
turns and rotates,
Athletic.
and it starts running towards you, and it goes to bare its fangs into you, striking and actually piercing into your chest and then ripping them out. You take 11 damage as you start to fall down the hillside.
Alright.
We're all going to die.
Probably.
Okay,
Not if I
give me
can
a
help it.
Constitution saving throw.
Me?
Yes, please.
Or
4. Okay, you take take 9 poison damage as you slide down the hillside and fall into the water. Splash. Give me an athletics check to see if you can, on disadvantage, if you can get yourself above the waterline.
That wasn't very backflip into the water of you.
It was like a tumble backward somersault. That's kind of what
Okay,
we went for
so
there.
yeah, as you slide down the hillside, you just crash into the water, and you can feel the current starting to carry you somewhat, and your body feels so hot with all the poison running through you. You're having a hard time focusing on what you need to do next. All right, it is now Corwin Attelberry's turn.
Can you explain how I'm restrained? Is it like, is the web cascaded over me and attached to the ground, or
So
am I like
yeah,
wrapped
it's
up in
cascaded.
it?
It's cascaded over you, and your
Okay.
arms are locked down like this. It's essentially like you
But it's
had your
attached
arms up,
to-
and then it went, got you, and it's
Okay.
over you like a blanket, attached to the ground.
Okay. While wiggling, am I able to maneuver from end to end, or is it like almost like a web suit, like I'm attached from like shoulder all the way back, or is there like an area that I'm in? That
Think of it just like a giant circular blanket covering your body. So you're not like a burrito. You're not wrapped up,
Okay.
but you are pressed down.
Okay. I have an idea. I just don't. All right, the necklace that I have on,
Yeah.
the talisman of prevention.
Mm-hmm.
With my hands here, I'm going to try and grab it and break the necklace part of it.
All right, give me a strength check.
Okay. Fucking shit.
You go to tug
5.
on this talisman, and with the chain links, and you just come on, and it's not budging. Anything else you want to do?
I'm looking. Nope, not that I want to do just yet.
All right. It is now Demoinia's turn.
Okay, so I've been doing a little
circle.
research on the sleep spell over here, trying to understand it.
Mhm.
So it's a 90-foot range. It says the spell sends creatures into a magical slumber. Roll 5d8, and for second level, I roll a 5d8 and a 2d8. The total is how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect.
Okay.
So depending on how many hit points the spiders have,
Mm-hmm.
that's how many people I can affect. And it says that I can. So it says I can choose the creatures within range. So I can choose the 2 spiders depending on
Okay.
hit points.
Perfect. All right.
Took
You
me
say
a
you
minute
choose
to
both
figure that one
spiders.
Okay, so a 5d8 and a 2d8. So 7d8s.
All right. Give me the 7d8s. I'm going to have you
All
do as
right.
well. You're going to roll one set, get the number, and then you're going to roll the second. You're going to roll the second set, and then get that number. Tell me both numbers.
How do I roll multiple? Can I roll multiple d8s?
Yeah. So you just go. You click that little dice button on your character sheet,
Yeah.
bottom left, and then find the
Yeah.
d8
Click
and
it
click
once.
it multiple times.
Oh, okay, just click. Okay.
It'll tell
I
you how
didn't know if there
many
was
you've
an easier way
counted
to
up.
do that. Okay, so 5d8. So that's 29 in total.
Okay. 29. All right.
And
Next
then in
set.
2 and 6, so 35 total.
All right. So 35 on the first set. Now give me the second set. The second set is DM orchestrated, not like your spell. So just pretty much do it again.
Just do the same thing again. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So 5d8, 2d8. This one
So
is
35 was the first one.
First one's 27. Second one is 2, so 29 the second time.
29. Okay. So, is this a verbal spell?
This, it doesn't look to be a verbal spell. It just says creatures
It's okay if it's not.
you choose within range.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
so it's not a.
Demonia, you watch Orb Weave stumbles over the side of the cliff and falls into the water and sinks down, doesn't come back up, and you panic as seeing your ally fall into the water, looking weakened. You wave your hand into the sky, and you can see this like purple haze forms and comes from you. And as it's booming over the sky, you see O'Flanagan kind of comes up and looks up and goes, "What?" And the purple haze climbs over the sky and goes to settle down like sprinkles over the spiders. And you see they kind of panic and go, "Ah, no!" And they both just fall into a subtle sleep.
Perfect. Okay, that.
What you heard there, Annika, was wet squelching.
Okay, let me check something real quick. I want to see if I can use something as a reaction.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can just yell out to, because the spell duration is 1 minute, so I want to yell out to O'Flanagan and
Okay.
tell him to try to grab the sword while the spiders are prone.
Try to grab the sword.
Yeah.
You said? Okay.
Or no, tell him to get Corwin out. I want him to
Get Corwin
try
out.
to get Corwin up.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause he
You
is
see
locked.
O'Flanagan, he's watching
So
the
is-
purple haze climb over the sky and sprinkles down over the spiders and they fall asleep. He turns to you kind of in awe and you say, "Go get Corwin." He starts to swim across the way and let's see how well he does.
Watch him not do good
Ah,
this
no
time.
Flanagan.
Yep, that sounds about right.
God damn it!
You see, he starts swimming towards the hillside, and he's starting to struggle a little bit, and he's grabbing
I
onto the
can't get over there.
he's grabbing onto the dirt on the wall on the wall of the hill, and he's struggling to get himself up, as he's somewhat exhausted himself for swimming for so long, being that he's not really used to swimming this much. We are moving on to. Well, let me see if there's something I can pull.
Orbweep's fucked, Corvin's fucked, and I need them to grab the sword or get back across the water.
I don't even want the sword, man.
I just
was
want to get out of
curious
here.
About it.
I'm curious, and I can't go over there to save y'all, motherfuckers. So,
No, you can't, but someone's afraid.
well, shit, man. Didn't expect
Don't make
that's
it.
fun
nothing
of
you can
people's
do.
trauma, jerk.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah.
All right, now it's his turn. Giant spider is asleep. There's no roll, right? He just stays asleep.
Yeah, they stay asleep unless somebody like shakes them or like slaps them awake.
Okay.
So nobody touched the fucking spiders.
Yeah, if they get attacked, they
Wasn't
wake
planning
up.
on it.
Okay, Orbweeb. You are
What's up?
floating down the stream somewhat. Not very fast, but you're starting to float like towards the top of the water, and as your head breaks the surface level, you go and you still feel like heat just running through your body as you're starting to feel weaker and weaker. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try to swim towards Des Moines.
Towards Des Moines?
I see.
Okay.
I am not gonna be useful.
Give me an athletics check.
Okay.
Athletic it up, girl, so I can save you.
No. Well,
So you shift your body and you start just paddling over across the water level, and you actually get back to Des Moines. You see Des Moines, or we've just kind of beaches onto the sand, and it just kind of buries her arms into the sandbar, and you see just almost doesn't really pass out, but just kind of rests her head on the sand, and you can see she's beaten.
I'm gonna say to her, like, I told you not to go over there.
I
Big
wanted to
bodies
see
of
the
water,
sword.
big
I
sword.
wanted to see the sword. The water's not scary.
What's over the water?
Okay. Is that everything you want to do, or we?
Can I use healing word on myself?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay, our wave kind of turns over and raises her hand, and this green mist begins to form around her palm, and she slowly rests it onto her chest. And you can see this green mist kind of washes over Orweave's chest, and Orweave casts healing word, right?
Yes.
All right,
I healed 5.
it is now the Corwin Attleberry's turn.
I'm gonna break this
Take
chain.
yourself out of there, dude.
Bro, I'm trying, man.
I've done all that I can.
Fucking A. Fucking 6.
6. Okay, so how are you trying to break out of this? Are you just wiggling at this point? You still yanking on the chain?
I was trying to grab the chain. I'm trying to. I'm assuming there's a little tiny O-ring on the very top of the medallion, and the links are attached to that point.
Yep.
There should be a somewhat weak point either on the medallion or the chains where they're attached. So he's grabbing at either end of them and just trying to either bend or break the link enough to suspend whatever flows going through it.
Okay. So as you're trying to you're yanking on this talisman and the O-ring, you can feel it starting to bend, but there's no give.
Okay.
They're starting to break it somewhat. Is there anything else you want to do?
Cry.
I can't even get to my weapons because my hands are here, so I can't. And expeditious retreat, I'm pretty sure it's not even going to work because of my positioning.
So no.
On a scale of 1 to 10, you're fucked, man.
Yes. Nah, that's it for right now.
Okay, Demonia, back to you.
Alrighty. Orby, what are your hit points at?
11
Decent.
out of 24.
Alrighty, I am going to stab you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds
Die.
on Orbweeb.
Okay. Orweeb, you're laying in the sand as you just cast Healing Word on yourself. And you see Demonia walks up to you, takes a knee, rests her hands just above you, and this green haze begins to form similar to yours. And you can feel it wash over you as you feel the heat begins to leave your body and you're starting to feel more refreshed. Go ahead.
With
Wonderful.
11 hit points.
You look disgusted.
Oh, hell yeah.
What?
Tanya looks disgusted, dude. She's like, wonderful.
She's like, great.
You look pissed.
Okay, that's my face, damn.
Huh?
I said, brother, that's just my face, damn.
No, like you were like you were
It
definitely
actually looked
making
like
a
that.
face. You were definitely making a face. All right.
Alright, you gain 11 hit points.
Okay. Is there anything else you can do,
Woo!
Demonia?
I'm gonna yell back to a Flanagan and be like, seriously? These guys are gonna wake up. You have to get Corwin. Figure it out.
He yells back and he's like, "I'm trying. I'll keep climbing." And you see he's starting to get
Try
he's
harder.
Still tired, but he's giving it his all, man. He's
And
okay.
I'm just panicked.
Fucking dig deep.
You see O'Flanagan grabs onto the onto a nearby twig, and you see he kind of like rests his elbow on the dirt and grabs onto the twig and like lowers himself down and quickly pulls himself up. There we go. You see he pulls himself up and he rolls over the side of the dirt and kind of rolls onto the grass nearby where Corwin is. Okay.
Yes. Save our little man.
He rushes over to Corwin and kneels down. He goes, "Are you okay? You're not injured, are you?"
No, fine. Just figured I'd take a little rest, a little break here. You know, we've been on the run for a while. No, I'm not doing good.
Okay,
Get me out.
I'll get you out. I'll
What
get you out.
question's that? See these spiders.
I'm just gonna yell from the other side of the water, get him out!
He's gonna take his dagger and start trying to cut you out. Let's see if he breaks it.
Don't roll a nat one. Really bad time for a nat
All
one.
right. You see, he draws a
Just stabs
dagger.
me in the chest.
He draws a dagger and begins cutting down the web, and he just tears it all the way through, and you are now free from the webbing.
I'm gonna yell, grab my spear!
All right, I'll grab her spear.
All right. You pick up one spear.
Okay.
Anything else you can do? That was actually O'Flanagan's turn, so we're moving to what the? Okay,
A new dimension.
a new dimension.
A portal opens.
Spider that are still asleep. Orbweeb, we're on you.
I'm hanging out. I'm gonna yell out some words of encouragement to my video pals across the way.
Are you still
You guys
laying
are
in
doing
the?
great!
Are you still laying in the sand?
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Oh, okay.
Fuck it, we fall.
All right, you yell out to your teammates with encouragement, and we move on to no giant spider
Or we-
who's still asleep.
Didn't you take all your stuff? So you're just laying naked on the beach tanning right now because didn't you take all your stuff off when you swam across originally?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I guess I shouldn't have had my spear. I'm sorry. I forgot about that.
Well, you missed. So it's not a huge deal.
I just remembered. Like, wait.
The new canon is that
Oh.
Orbweeb stripped down but held a spear and crossed the
Yes.
water. That's the new canon.
Perfect. Wonderful.
He's just
Wonderful.
Got-
Now I'm just simply naked on the beach.
Are you gonna
Yes.
regather your
Getting
supplies?
some sand between the chiefs. Yeah, sure.
She's tanning.
I mean,
You don't have to do it if you don't want to.
let me just tan a little longer. I'll collect my supplies when they get back.
She has to roll over here eventually. It's gonna be uneven.
All right.
I don't want an uneven tan in battle.
Okay.
That would be
Yeah.
disappointing.
We are on Corwin. Corwin, what are you doing?
I'm gonna pick up the spear,
Okay.
look
you
at the
pick up
spiders,
spear.
and hold back the urge to kick the spider.
All right. As you look over the spider, you see its 8 eyes are just closed, and you can hear the slumber, and it sounds somewhat like as it's slumbering away on the grass.
All right, Flanagan, appreciate it.
Anytime.
So we came over here to check out. There's a sword over there in the stone. We can try and get that. So this was that for naught.
Yeah, I'm gonna scream across the water and she'll try to grab the sword.
So shall we try and get that thing out of the rock? One, if not good for the sword, it can really get some burrs up in there.
I'm gonna tell Demonia, I'm just gonna say the spiders told me that it's a special sword that only a special person can wield, so probably not any of us.
Oh, I bet I could.
Okay.
I just won't go over there.
I love the confidence.
Listen, that sword's for me, but it's cross water, so.
Yeah, so, nothing I can do about it. It's just
There we go.
if someone can
Okay.
build me a boat, I mean, I can get over there, but
Build a boat.
so it's really talented enough around here, like me.
All right. As the swords plunge in the stone, you can still hear a faint vibrating that we heard earlier, as the sword is shaking somewhat in the stone. Seal Flanagan looks over at it. He's like, "What kind of blade is this? I've never seen anything like it. The guards, I've never seen guards looking like those." And you look at the sword, you can see the guards are almost look like they replicate dragon scale. The dragon scales circulate as they're going out, and it ends with 2 jagged tips pointing upward, almost so sharp that even the guarded tips could pierce someone. The actual blade itself is gray with a black line running down the middle, plunged into the stone. And the stone, you can see there's not a single crack. Almost like the sword just phased into the stone and then it got locked in place. In the center of the guard, there is a large yellow jewel, and it has like a faint emberish glow on the inside. Down the actual handle, there is brown leather meeting to a purple pommel, made of the same similar dragon scale type design that seems to spiral to a tip.
We don't know what kind of overall blade this is, but I can tell you it's rather sharp. You see on this rock here, there's no splintering cracks that seem to drive right through this stone like there's nothing. Either the rock itself is just a weak rock and could be some other form of it, or it's a very sharp sword. So, in theory, if it went in smoothly, it should pull out just the same.
And he'll just do it.
And so Flanagan looks to you and he's like, "After you then, mate."
Or, alright.
I don't mess
was
with
kinda
this kind of stuff. I don't. This ain't my expertise.
It's a sword and a rock. Do you not use
That
blades?
sword does not look like it was slammed to the rock. No blade makes that kind of impact. That is... I'd bargain there's something magical happening here.
Oh. Pish posh. He's gonna grab it and try pulling it out.
Give me a strength check.
Oh,
Grab onto it.
oh my god. Try again?
You see Corwin grips the leather handle, goes to lift his hand, and it doesn't budge an inch. But it still has that same faint vibration.
You see, I don't think, and he'll grab with his other hand, and then he'll try with both hands. See if
Okay.
he can pull it out this way. With a 9. That is 3 more than the last one.
You grab on both hands, you're like, this is how it's done. No give.
You see, blades are not my thing either. I believe you are more proficient with that kind of thing than I am.
You see
Anything
how
magical
Flanagan,
happens.
you see how Flanagan kind of takes his hand and goes, all right, let me show you how it's done. He wraps his hand around the leather handle, and he goes to tug on it.
We're doing so good.
Ugh, nope, that's stuck in there.
Hmm.
As Flanagan turns across the way and he says, "Hey! There's a sword over here. Does anybody want to try to pull it?" The spiders are still asleep.
I'm just
I'm
gonna
gonna
yell
yell
back.
back. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Can you pick up a rock?
Pick up the rock.
Pick up the rock.
A team lift, maybe?
You guys got this.
Sure. I'll go on one side, you go on the other. We'll just, just
Flanagan,
pick up a boulder. That'll be fine.
Flanagan crouches and kind of digs his talons beneath the dirt under the rock, and you both go to give strength checks. Actually, give me athletics.
Oh, good. I
Yeah,
actually
I
get to
wanna-
put something into it.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, there we go. A 15.
All right, you both
That's really
lift.
good.
And you actually feel the boulder begins to actually pick up somewhat, but so heavy that you're convinced nobody here has the strength, even as a team, to lift this rock as it just boom hits the ground again.
That
Here's
one
the
about
Flanagan
as
goes,
well as I-
Oh my god, that was so heavy.
Oh, it's very heavy.
There's no give, we can't lift it.
Well, I have an idea. We use a fulcrum. We use the...
A what?
Alright, babe, can I use your spare as a fulcrum? Or as a lever?
The spider
You're gonna break
said
that spear,
only
man.
someone special can pull the sword out of the rock. It's probably none of us.
No, the spiders
Maybe-
didn't say a thing. They were the hissing and humming and shooting shit.
I talked to the spiders. They told me. You gotta believe me, dude.
Spiders don't speak common. I'm not sure if you knew that or not.
Yeah, I speak spider.
Speaks
Spo-
spider, what the
You
She's a nature lady. I don't know.
They speak arachnid.
It looks pretty special to me.
So,
They said that the sword wants someone to wield it, but only.
I just
someone
tried to
special.
wield it. Oh.
Well, you're not special.
Well, thank you. I've heard that my entire life. Thank you. Appreciate
I'm
that.
gonna
I
yell
know,
to a
Kelly.
Flanagan. I'm gonna
Huh?
yell to a Flanagan and ask him if his wings work.
Flanagan kind of calls out back to you and he's like, "No bueno on the wings, friend."
I'm gonna ask Orbweave if she can swim me over there.
Climb on their back.
Listen, be a surfboard, and I'm gonna get on your back and ride you across the water.
Think the scene in SpongeBob with David Hasselhoff. That's what I want.
Wait, didn't one of us pick up something about water? Did I pick up shape water? That's something I
You
have?
did.
I believe you did.
I want to try to pick up that
Hold
sword,
on.
but I can't cross. Can you part the sea?
I hold on. I might be able to.
I want to touch the sword.
You can instantaneously move or otherwise change the flow of water as you direct it. This movement does not have enough force to cause damage. I can change the color of it. You can freeze water provided that there's no creature in it. The water unfreezes an hour. Yeah, I'm gonna try and freeze. I'm just gonna reach my hand and try and freeze the water and try and make it into ice.
Okay. The hillside is about a 7-foot drop.
Oh, yo, Flanagan, can you lower me down just a tad? I'm gonna touch the water.
Why do you want to touch the water?
I'm gonna turn it into ice, so that way, we just learned their new name, the
It's Demonia!
Demonias, so it can come over and check out the sword. But I can't quite reach the overall, water from me position, so you just, hold me hand. I'll lower myself down and touch it, turn it to ice, and you pull me back up.
Slay the spider, and I will allow you to use your magic.
What?
Did you say?
The voice kind of just rings in your mind. Or
What'd he say?
or you see O'Flanagan.
I didn't hear it.
Oh, you didn't hear it? Did anybody hear
I
it?
couldn't understand what it said. I didn't.
Yeah, I heard it.
Understand what it said.
I'll repeat it. Hold on.
Slay the spider, and I will allow you to use your magic.
Aw.
The
Oh,
voice
Did you
just
say
kind
wake
of
the spider?
Or
slay.
slay the spider.
Slay.
Oh, slay the spider.
You see O'Flanagan's kind of getting towards the hillside. He's like, "Are you ready?"
Yeah. Let's lower me down.
All right. Give me. O'Flanagan's gonna give you a strength check, and you need to give me a dexterity check or an acrobatics check, your choice.
Bam.
And he's gonna pop in athletics.
Nat 20.
Nice.
So O'Flanagan grabs onto your hand, and he goes to lower you down, and you're sliding. You're slowly sliding down the 7-foot drop just fine. Then suddenly O'Flanagan goes, "Oh shit!" And he lets go of your hand, and you start just sliding down towards the water, and your feet hit the water as you slowly start to sink into the water, but you're actually managing to bury your elbows into the dirt of the side of the hill, and you're slowly sinking into the water, but you're managing to stay above it for now.
God for that nat 20.
Jesus. What was that?
I lost my grip. I'm sorry.
Water's a tad cold.
Let's make it colder.
At the moment, it's just your feet are in the water, but you're slowly
Just my
sinking
feet.
in.
Okay. Can I freeze the area except around myself? So I'll just like push the area that's out. Freeze that. I don't want to freeze myself.
So you go to put your hands towards the outside of the water, away from your feet, to freeze it, and these icicles begin to form around your wrists, and they start to climb up the knuckles of your fingers into your fingertips, and it just goes. And you hear,
Slay the spider, scum! You don't get the privilege if you don't obey.
"Are you okay down there? What's going on?"
Oh, you know, just performance anxiety things.
Corwin can't get it up. I don't know if we can do this.
What's your problem?
Can't we just leave? Why do we need the sword?
I want to touch
It
the
looks
sword.
pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie.
You can't even get over there.
Or you, yes. Well, then, yeah, can I come back up?
You wanna climb back up?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Flanagan holds his hand out to you and gives a athletics check to pull you up. With a 13. So he
9.
grabs onto your arm, and your nat 20 is still pretty much in effect here. You climb up the dirt side, and he pulls you over the grass. He kind of looks over, and he's like, "What happened? You didn't cast the thing."
You remember
Freeze
that?
the water.
You know that thing I told you about, the weird thing that came out of the book and bestowed nastiness upon myself? It's thoughts are my thoughts. It's in my head. It's preventing me from doing things.
What do you mean, things?
You know how beforehand I was able to shoot little blasts through my hands and be able to do different things. But apparently this thing is preventing me from doing that. He's telling me I need to kill the spiders, and then I might be able to use my abilities once again.
Okay. So we
Alright,
killed the
This
spiders.
is
Well, I don't like killing things. I'm a bit of a pacifist. I have no desire to kill these. Well, yes, they entangled me, but it didn't actually cause me any harm.
As you guys are chatting, you watch one of the spider legs near your feet slowly start dragging across the grass.
Oh, fuck it.
What is that?
All right, this is a bit of a stretch. Can I? I want to use Druidcraft. It's a cantrip, but if I use a spell slot, can I use Druidcraft and create almost like a bridge of like tree branches and like vines and stuff across the water so Des Moines can get across?
Give me a Arcana roll.
Wonderful.
Got freaking Groot over here.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to figure out what I can do. 19!
Hey, there we
So
go.
one of the dragon legs start dragging across the dirt, and
Dragon legs?
as
You mean
sorry,
spider?
spider legs are dragging across the dirt. Orbweeb, still lying nude in the sand, begins to kind of pick
I'll
herself
sit
up.
up now.
Yeah, sitting up.
I'll
Begins to pick
sit up.
herself up, looks over to Des Moines, back over to the water. And Des Moines, you watch as Orbweeb brings her hands back. And you can kind of see the trees from behind. Almost seem like they're lending energy to Orbweeb as this green mist comes from the leaves. It almost climbs into Orbweeb's back, over her shoulders, up her arms, and to her palms. And suddenly, twigs, roots, leaves, rocks, dirt even, flies from Orbweeb's palms and begins to make a bridge across the water. And as this is happening, you're watching the trees behind Orbweeb begin to not deteriorate, but almost fade away. And as they get remade into a bridge across the water, making a pathway.
Can I see that the spider's legs are moving?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Come on, perception.
Do you want me to use a spell slot, Wyatt?
Yes, please.
I got a 9.
Can't even see him. What the fuck? I want to add like a thing, but
Bring the thing forward.
What you guys
I'm
want?
trying, but it won't let me.
More forward.
Will not allow me to do such things. Huh.
Yeah, fuck you, software.
Fuck you, software. Alright, hold on. Alright, well, we'll just say there's a bridge. Let me.
Okay, word.
We all believe there's a bridge.
There's the bridge. We'll add a little detail.
Fucking bridge because I
Little detail
Yeah,
right
I
there.
see it. I see the sticks and the leaves, the dirt's there. It's like
We'll add some green.
Yeah, like Bob Ross
yeah.
up here.
Yeah, look
come
at me.
together.
Look at me. Alright.
Look at God over there just creating this bridge.
Wow.
Out of nowhere, just appears.
Nature's beautiful.
It didn't appear out of nowhere. I did it.
My back's turned. I have no idea what just happened. I just see this shit come across my fucking leg.
So Corwin and Flanagan both look, and they're watching as these twigs, rocks, leaves, dirt are aggressively just going like almost like a tsunami of just terrain climbing over the water, and it crashes into the dirt of the hillside next to both of us. Orbweeb has made her bridge.
Woohoo! Can I
Alright.
collect all my things and?
Yeah, you start collecting
my
your
clothes
things.
back on.
Des Moines, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna look at it and take a bunch of big, deep breaths and then just start sprinting across it. I'm
Alright.
fucking terrified, but I'm really determined.
As Orbweeb is beginning to collect her items. Nah.
Does it really show me just laying down?
Well,
Yeah.
I rotated you, but now it's like, nah, we're not gonna let you rotate her back. What do you think this is? A D&D program?
I lay down forever.
There we go.
There you are.
And
She's
we'll say
upright.
this was yours. Boom, collected your stuff.
I want to say specifically, I grabbed the satchel with the dragon egg in it, wrap it around me as usual.
Okay.
Keep it close.
Wrap it around you. Demonia, you take off across the bridge. How much movement speed do you have?
30.
So you almost
Really?
you almost make it across the
Come
bridge.
on.
You get to right here, and you're kind of as you're arriving towards the hillside. You do see a Flanagan corner looking down at you, like impressed, and watching you sprint across the water. And you're looking as you're running towards them. You're seeing a spider slowly begin to climb up and get its stance over Corwin and O'Flanagan.
Okay, I'm gonna cast sleep again.
You're gonna catch
I'm
sleep
using
again?
my second spell slot. I'm not
Alright.
fucking doing
Sleep,
this.
bitch.
O'Flanagan
Go
and
back to bed.
Corwin both look to Demonia. Demonia goes and raises her hands, and a similar purple hue rises from behind Demonia and cascades over O'Flanagan and Corwin and hues over the spiders. And Corwin, you hear a thump, and a spider falls back asleep.
Yo, fuck no. Then just. I'm just
Alright.
like completely like out of breath and like freaked out and upset.
I'm assuming you're following suit.
Yeah, as long is there any stuff left back at the beach?
Just Corwin stuff.
Oh, that's not important.
Can I drag it across with me? Make sure no one leaves their shit behind.
You can, but it's gonna take you longer to get across the bridge because it's an entire player's
Fine.
loot.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I figured. That's what
Cool.
I meant by like lug it across. Like I knew it was gonna take me longer.
Yeah, you're carrying it. Okay. O'Flanagan kind of looks down at Demonia and he goes, "What was that?"
I'm not fucking with these spiders. I want to touch that sword. And I'm just gonna
Somebody
like.
yell, "Kill the spider!" The sword wants us to.
It's
If
the
I stab it, I gotta make it worth it.
While they're asleep.
Demonia, give me an athletics check to climb up the hillside.
Okay. I'm athletic as fuck. This should be fine. Never mind, no, I'm not. I got a 14.
14. Yep, you get over the side. You climb over the dirt. You not really all fancy, but you do it. You just get over the dirt. You stand up and you look at the two slumbering spiders.
I'm gonna gag. Immediately. I don't
You
like
begin. You see
I'm gonna gag.
as Demonia gets over the hillside and looks at the slumbering spiders, drooling their venom and just looking like an absolute mess. Sometimes their eyes will open for a moment and drift back asleep. You see, specifically on the more aggressive spider, this one, 3 eyes are actually stuck open, but you can tell the spider is asleep.
I hate that.
Nope. Nope.
As you get across, Demonia, give me a charisma savings throw.
Savings throw. Hey now. Oh, I got this one in the back. 17.
17. All right, you're not intimidated. You get over the hillside and you look at the spiders. What do you want to do?
I want to try to pull in the sword.
Okay, you approach the sword, and as you get closer and closer, you can also feel that same vibration coming from the sword, and you can see it slightly just shaking in the rock.
Okay. Let me see if there's anything that I can do for myself here. I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on myself before. Never mind. No, I can't. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
use
cast
all your
Bardic
spell slots,
Inspiration
right?
on myself. No, Bardic Inspiration is separate. It's like a cantrip, but I can only cast it on other people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I still have some spell slots in first level, by the way. I just used all of my second level spell slots.
Gotcha.
Casting
All right,
Sleep twice. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna give her a old shot then, I guess.
All right.
Anyone have
You-
any?
go. What was that?
I'm gonna ask real quick. Anybody around me? Like, anybody got anything? Any boosts? Any
Any
good
boosts?
sense of words?
Anybody have any
Any-
buffs I can borrow?
Yeah, for real.
You got
Any
this,
kind
pal.
words or inspiration? Perfect. That'll do it. All right.
So Flanagan's like, I couldn't do it, so good luck.
Okay.
Demonia, you
Alright.
wrap your hand around the leather handle. Give me a strength check.
18.
You, as your hands wrap around the leather handle, you go to pull on it, and you feel the vibration so intense, it begins to feel like your whole body is shaking as you're beginning to lift the sword from the stone as it's beginning to release somewhat, and you can hear somewhat of a violent voice saying,
Release me! You release me now!
I'm gonna keep pulling.
you
I
keep
want it.
pulling on it, and it says, actually, let me pull something up real quick.
I'm gonna look at everybody around me and be like, see, I told you guys.
Do you want to say that?
told you guys.
Yeah.
Give me a Constitution check as you say that.
Hey. Can you imagine I immediately lose it? Where the fuck my concept? There it is. No, that's a savings throw. Ignore that. I guess it... Oh, don't ignore that.
Actually, I take that.
Can that still work?
Alright,
I got a
so-
22, not 20.
Yeah, that's fine. You are
Beautiful.
lifting the stone, or lifting the sword from the stone, and you hear the voice continue to chime.
I was abandoned here by my previous wielder. I don't want to be abandoned again by a magic user.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry to
Jeez.
hear what.
What are you talking about?
Fuck, I'm like Corwin. I'm just gonna continue to lift the sword out.
The fuck
Alright.
do you mean you're like Corbin? That's a fucking compliment.
Like, now I'm crazy.
Great, now I'm nuts.
Good news.
It's a fucking plague.
Demonia, as you're drawing the sword from the stone, you take 3 damage as the vibration gets so intense it seems like the sword is trying to fight you as you're pulling it from the stone.
It's disappointing. Okay.
Just a
Your
second.
sword doesn't like you.
Well, I want the sword.
Do we kill
Well-
the spiders, or what's the plan here?
This is gonna irreparably fuck me, and I know it.
Oh, I believe yes. Spare.
Did I make it there?
Yeah, you're
Oh,
we'll say you're there now.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
right on.
Yeah.
I will give him all of his things. I will take my spear back. Thank you very much, my good sir.
He'll be like covering his eyes as he like there.
She's dressed.
I'm good now.
She's
'Kay.
decent.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Or we got all their stuff back
I'm
on.
decent.
You all kind of crowd around Demointis as you're watching Demointis is actually managing to pull the sword from the stone. And you see she's beginning to struggle, and you can tell she's being harmed in some way, shape, or form. Demointis, give me a Arcana check.
I'm gonna ask Demointis, be like, you good, dude? Is this worth
8.
it?
8.
Like, I'm kind of too far deep. I'm really curious. And
Don't
I
get
am the
yourself
cat.
killed.
You're drawing the blade from the stone, and you take 1 more damage as you're still trying to pull it, and it's trying to pull itself back down. At this point, you're at a continuous. You get it up like a few inches, it goes down an inch. You get it up a few inches, and it's continuously like going back up and forth. But you are still gaining draw on this blade. As that is happening, you guys can hear the sound of dirt going as the spiders are beginning to reawake.
There's no way
from the
they're
spell.
awake yet.
They're awake from the spell.
Alright, are
That's
we
gay.
killing the spiders, letting them live? What are we doing?
Well,
I'm gonna
Flanagan
kill the
draws
fucking
his
spiders.
short sword, and he's like,
Gonna kill us.
they're gonna die.
Alright, well let's kill the fucking spiders then.
I'm gonna yell to Orbweave and be like, help me!
My
You
strength
see
is
this,
shit, but okay.
you hear the voice, Demonia, and it's echoing like,
I won't allow my minions to slumber while you steal me from my home.
You want to be stolen.
alright.
That's right. The spiders told me you wanted to be stolen.
Is it you're pretty indecisive, my little sword? God damn.
Flanagan, as he's drawing his short sword, he looks over to you and he's like, are you talking to the sword right now?
Yeah, dude, it's talking to me. That's probably an issue, but
Everybody here
Right.
is crazy then.
yeah, I know.
Oi, oi.
I'm telling you.
It's mentally impaired, you fat fucking
Corwin
bird
number
bitch.
2, right here. Jesus.
O'Flanagan gets first move on the spiders. You see he rushes the first one with his short sword. With a 13, you watch as he swings his short sword and he just misses the spider's face, and it kind of begins to hiss as it begins to awaken and climb up to its fighting stance. We now
Can
move
I run
on.
over?
Hey,
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna ask if I could run up to the spider just in front of Des Moines to try cutting its the front leg.
In a
appreciate
moment,
it,
yeah.
kid.
Right now it's the spider's turn, and he is going to strike at Demonia. You guys are allowed.
Darn.
You can see the spider is awakening, obviously. So as the spider goes to strike Demonia, anybody within a 10-foot radius can intercept and attempt to either block it, deflect it, or if they fail, take the blow instead.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
Okay.
can you attack of opportunity this motherfuckers for me?
So as this spider awakens and goes, you see it raises its legs to swipe down at Demonia, and Corwin rushes up behind you, Demonia, and you see he just brings his hands out. The spider goes to slash down its leg. Corwin, what do you want to do?
When I run up, I'm gonna have the dagger and the sickle in my hands.
Okay, so you want to hit?
Yeah, I'm gonna try swinging at those front legs.
All right, swing.
All right, so first attack with the dagger.
Come on, Corwin.
Fucking shit, man.
8. So you run up with the
8.
dagger, and you go to pierce it in the leg, and you just miss, and you actually swipe at a few hairs on the spider's leg, and you give it a little bit of a trim. You bring up the sickle to
just-
your right side, or your left, I'm not sure which one's your dominant, and you go to swipe and try to take off the spider's leg. Give me an attack roll.
Fucking God, that was a 19 and it rolled over. 11.
Yeah. So remember, with dual wielding, the offhand weapons would only be a 9 in that situation.
Oh, that's right. My bad. Yeah,
no,
9.
you're good. You go to swipe with
So
the
easy.
sickle, and same situation. You just miss the leg entirely, and then the spider strikes down at you
Well, I can
with
take
an
it.
11. It actually
Ha!
misses.
You match,
Oh, it matched?
bitch. Yeah, we're matched.
Okay, actually, so what happens here is the leg, Corwin, as it comes down, you you get nervous for a moment, drop both your weapons, and you actually catch the spider leg as it's about to strike you in the face, and now you're holding the spider leg above your head as it's slowly pushing you down to the ground, and you're holding the spider leg as it's pushing you down like this.
I'm gonna yell to Orbweave, do something!
Give me a strength roll, Corwin.
I need something, dice. Fuck you. God,
my-
5. I'm gonna change my
8.
dice out.
All right, so the spider wins the strength off.
Yeah.
Corwin, the leg breaks through your hands and it strikes you, and you take 5 damage. It is now.
Statistically, the
Or
next
Weave's
few
turn.
rolls should be higher.
Or Weeb, it
You
is
would
now
hope so.
your turn.
Alright. Knowing what I know about spiders, do I know their weakness? Like what part of their body they're most
Yeah.
sensitive about, or what
You would
that
know.
be?
You tell me, man. You're the
So
one
what
who
is
lives in nature.
I figured the eyes, but I didn't know if it was like a DM discretion thing.
Let me see.
I think it would be
For going off,
I'm looking it up.
if you're
I
going off
figured either
basic
the eyes or the legs or something.
spider anatomy, the points, your joint points, have a
Let me-
thinner overall keratin to them. That exoskeleton's thinner at those points because they need to be able to move. So
The
where the
abdomen
head
is their
meets the
weakest
butt,
body part.
if you can get
Alright,
under
what?
it,
Yeah.
the
How
abdomen.
tall are these spiders?
I would say they're about 15 feet tall, 20 feet wide.
Holy shit.
Fuck.
Okay, I am going to use, funny enough, spider climb, and I am going to climb on top of the spider.
Okay. Which one? This one?
The one that's attacking Corwin.
Okay. Corwin, as the leg strikes you and it slashes down past your face, you see Ordweave actually jumps up and lands on this spider's leg. Runs up this leg and gets on top of the spider. I guess I can't really, like, put you, like, over it. But, yeah, you're on top of it.
Word. That
Alright.
was an action. Can I use an attack of opportunity now that I'm on top of it?
No.
Alright.
It would be the other spider's turn. You see, the spider seems focused more on Demonia than Ordweave and what she's doing. It begins spindling up some webs, and O'Flanagan actually sees this, and he goes to intercept, and you just hear he yells, "Look out, Demonia!" and he jumps in the way.
Thanks, O'Flanagan.
Okay, yeah. He jumps in the way. If I can actually move people. Boom. He jumps in the way as it happens, and the spider webs just climb over O'Flanagan, and you watch as you're lifting the sword, O'Flanagan slams against the rock and gets webbed around the rock. The sword is not touched by the webbing, but O'Flanagan is stuck against the actual stone. And you see he looks to you and he goes, "Get the sword! Get the sword! Get the sword!" As he's like just restrained over it. Give me let's see if it's your turn real quick, actually. Way ahead of myself. Corwin, it's your move.
I'll try and stab this bitch again.
Successfully.
Oh, we don't have Steve on here? Hold on. Why are you spamming the fucking treat?
Because I'm feeding the cat, man.
Alright. Hold on, let me put him on the scene.
Oh, let me feed him. I'm feeding him.
There you go. There he is.
Alright, 16 to hit.
Okay. That is a hit. Give me attack. Give me the damage. Did you roll the damage? Is that you doing it?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, now it's Hanukkah.
4 damage.
4 damage. Okay. Man.
Guys, I did it.
You finally hit him.
Thank God you hit this. I don't. They can't have that many hit points. We just can't hit it.
I
That's
told you,
what's killing
statistically, I can only roll bad for so long.
So it's the first one.
Alright, and then my other attack.
You're offhand.
Yeah, so this one we're just gonna take the two off of it.
Yep.
So it's just gonna be a flat 10.
Flat 10. You go to swipe with the sickle and you miss.
Fuck.
It is now Demonia's turn. Demonia, give me an Arcana check as you continuously draw the sword from the stone.
Mom. Oh, my shit froze. I think it's a 15.
Yep, 15.
Yeah.
You hit. Give me damage.
Oh, fuck yeah. What did I hit with? What?
What'd you roll? Oh, sorry. I'm spacing.
I
Okay,
was like,
so
what are you
you're drawing
I'm
the
trying to pop
sword. You're drawing the sword, and you can feel it. You can hear it saying,
Fine.
and you release the sword from the stone, and you wield it in your hand, and you can see it's a long sword as you just wave it over your head, and you almost fall backward from the force of how much strength you're putting behind this draw, and you now have it in your hand.
Oh, what is it? Can I know?
I'll add it to your inventory right now, actually.
I got the sword, guys. It just took everybody almost dying twice, but I got the sword. A communal win.
second. I already have that enabled. Alright, it is now in your possession. I have to refresh your page.
Let's see. Drum roll. I'm refreshing. Inventory. Anti-magic sword. This longsword bears an incredibly potent enchantment that allows it to ignore or destroy all magic effects. This renders spells like mage armor and shield useless to protect against attacks with this weapon.
Cool.
It has 10 It has 10 charges. The wielder can use 1 charge to dispel magic, 7 charges to cast anti-field. All spent charges are restored at dawn. You can use your reaction to make an attack action at a spell attack. Dope.
Hello. Hey.
Okay. That should be fixed. Alright. So that is what the sword does. Yes, you all see as Demonia brings the blade down to her chest and kind of looks over it. And O'Flanagan just kind of goes, a little help, please! And the spiders go to make some more moves. O'Flanagan does an attempt to break himself free.
Does
With a
it?
nat 1. You see O'Flanagan
gosh.
tries to break free from the webs, and you can tell that the webs almost seem to get tighter, and he just kind of sinks down further into the stone, closer to the ground. And he begins to almost seem like he is wincing in pain as his wings are crumpling up against the stone and damaging themselves further. In this process, he does take a significant amount of damage because his wings are sensitive. You see O'Flanagan's wings bend and snap and pop as he's getting crushed up against this stone, and he takes 15 damage as his wings just begin to overcome themselves in pain. And you see he begins to drift asleep from the amount of pain he's being put under. It is now the spider's turn. Orbweeb, you're still on top of that one. So you're still riding your Orbweeb. Give me a dexterity check to see if you maintain the ride as the spider is moving around.
I sure hope so. 7.
So as the spider shifts and moves, Orbweeb, you slide and fall off the back of the abdomen and onto the ground.
Damn.
Give me a dexterity check to see if you land it. Or if you fall on your ass.
Okay. Let's do a spell slot on that shit. 15.
15? Okay, yeah, you land it. You as you fall to the ground, you go knee first, then your foot, and you slam your fist into the dirt. Kind of like a superhero landing. But you stick the landing.
Cool.
The
Cool.
spider goes to move on Corwin.
No. Flick it in the face.
6.
No.
Okay, so as the spider rotates towards Corwin, you're watching the eyes glance at you, and these black pupils kind of just like look directly into your soul almost. And you watch as they glance to the left, and they see O'Flanagan tied to the stone, and he starts moving towards O'Flanagan and shifting. And you can tell now he's going after O'Flanagan, as he can tell it's easy prey.
Shit. So he turns away from me?
He turns away from you.
So do I have an attack of opportunity now?
Yes.
Well, cut his fucking leg.
All right, give me a roll.
You could try.
I'm gonna attempt to. Oh, fuck yeah, 21.
You hit. Give me a roll.
Get stabbed, bitch. 2.
2 damage. All right.
Man.
You watch as you slash the spider's leg, and you can see some green blood pouring from it. He keeps moving towards O'Flynnigan. He has a 14 against O'Flynnigan's AC. You watch as the spider raises its leg and slams it next to O'Flynnigan, just barely missing. And you can see O'Flynnigan, as he's falling into a painful slumber, he kind of glances over at the leg, and you can kind of see his eye. You can see his eye starting to roll back as he's like, "That doesn't look good," as he's starting to fall asleep. And you can see his wings are continuously being moved and punctured and crumbled and cracked. He's going through a lot of pain, unimaginable amount of pain even. It is now Orbweave's turn.
Okay, I'm going to run underneath the spider that is attacking O'Flynnigan. I can't really see the screen all that well, so if that's not possible, let me know.
You're good. You're running under him.
Alright, and then I'm gonna take a dagger and just stab it up at his stomach and try to slash and run like backwards basically and try to slash down his stomach.
Okay. Give me the attack roll to slash.
Five.
5. You go to raise your dagger towards the spiders underneath, and you just narrowly miss as you just slice through air.
God, this
Is there
session
anything
is
else you can?
brutal.
That was my only action, so
No bonus actions, nothing else?
no.
Okay.
Nothing else that I can do that I can see.
It is the other spider's turn. You see, this spider is also facing towards Corwin. And Corwin kind of, after he sees the spider legs land towards him, he grudgingly looks to his front and he sees the other spider approaching. And it's raising its fangs, ready to strike down at O'Flynnigan. And O'Flynnigan just goes, "Okay." And he just grunts in pain and closes his eyes as he is prepared to take the hit. Unfortunately, the spider does get advantage because he is restrained. With an 18 and a natural 20. It's not looking good for O'Flynnigan. You see the spider's fangs rise up, and he goes, and then he goes to pierce down. And O'Flynnigan closes his eyes. The fangs pierce directly into O'Flynnigan's chest, and you see he goes, "Ugh!" And he just closes his eyes as the fangs pierce into his chest. And they rip the fangs out, and you can see venom pouring from O'Flynnigan's chest. And he just goes, "This is how it ends." And he just nods his head back as he's falling under. It is now
Oh my god.
Corwin's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna
Something.
fucking put my sickle away and pull out my my whip and try and whip at the one trying to get his attention off of O'Flynnigan to focus on me.
This one right here.
Yeah, whichever one's in front of O'Flynnigan, I'm gonna use my whip and
Making a
try and
fucking
hit.
dance.
If I can make him hit his eye, that'd be cool.
So you want to aim for the eye?
I'm gonna try and aim for the face in general.
Okay. Give me a attack roll.
Fuck. 9.
Oh my god. We need to fucking.
All right, you kind of come forward. You go to whip, whoosh, and the whip snaps too soon, too far.
Did I get his attention with the crack of the whip?
Give me a performance check.
Ooh, I can do that. Yeah, 22.
You watch as the fangs pull away from O'Flynnigan, and you can see O'Flynnigan's blood dripping from the fangs of the spider. The spider actually turns its head towards you and begins moving its legs to the dirt, and it's actually rotating to make eye contact with you. It is a clusterfuck right here.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
It is now Demoinia's turn.
I am going to cast Cure Wounds on O'Flanagan.
Okay. You run up to O'Flanagan's side and you lay your hands over him and you begin to cast Cure Wounds. Let me check something real quick.
And I have 2 spell slots.
Alright, I do need to fact check something real fast. Hang by.
I'm hanging.
Okay. What is the roll for your Cure Wounds?
It's I rolled it. It's a 1d8 plus 3 for level 1, so it'd be 8 hit points. That's what I rolled.
Okay.
So it's to pull him out of death. I hope.
So, you
Pull him
see,
out of saving throw?
so you wave your hands over O'Flanagan, and a green mist forms from your palms and washes over his chest, and you can see the wounds begin to patch up a little bit, and he goes, oh God. He looks over to you, and he's like, am I dead? Are you God?
Not quite. We're fucked, but you're alive, so we're gonna get you out of here.
You see O'Flanagan is still restrained, and is now... Scroll through all the NPCs who aren't in this fight. It's O'Flanagan's turn. He's going to attempt to break free from his bonds with another natural 1. He starts to bring himself up a little bit, and then he falls down and slams his wings back into the stone. And he lets out a wail of pain as his webbing seems to almost get tighter and tighter every time he attempts to break free. It is not looking good for him right now. You see O'Flanagan slams his wings back onto the stone. He's like, I'm sorry. And he just nods off again.
Oh my God.
It is
Okay.
now the spider's turn. The spider is this spider is actually the one on Orbweeb. Orbweeb, as you're running around underneath the spider, it starts to notice, it starts to scramble and tries to get around you. Give me a dexterity save as the spider begins just trampling around and trying to figure out where you are.
I'm just gonna stay right under him.
Quick feats.
3. So you stay under him, but you're trying to dodge the legs that are just like coming down and trying to find out where you are. And you do get hit by one of them.
Yeah.
With 5 damage, as you're trying to dodge, one of the legs just pierce you through the
Wait a
side
minute.
and slash down on your leg, on your thigh. You take 5 damage. It is now your turn.
Alright. Well, bitch. I'm gonna take another dagger and two-hand this shit, and I'm gonna try to, at the same time, just stab up into his abdomen again and
Okay.
run backwards.
All right. You bring up both your daggers and you go to strike upwards. Give me the first dagger.
All right. Come on, baby.
I'm on hit. Dagger 2 hit.
18 for the first one.
There we go.
Okay,
There we
that's a hit.
go.
Give me damage.
Thank God. Imagine you said it wasn't.
That's not a hit.
1.
1 damage.
Ah.
All right.
Hey, well, let's tick away. Well, a little
Well, we're
bit by
knocking him
bit.
down. Knocking him
Okay.
down.
Give me the second knife.
All right. 14.
That is a lock. So you bring up your knife. Oh, actually, sorry. There's no buff for dual wielding, so it's just 12. So you miss.
Okay.
Does that make? Do you know why you missed?
No, but that's okay.
So when you're dual wielding, the offhand knife doesn't get an attack modifier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you don't get extra. You don't get a modifier for the hit, and you don't get a modifier for the damage. It's just straight rolls.
Okay.
So you do the 1 damage. It is now. Anything else you can do before I move on?
Nope.
All right. This spider is preparing to move, and with that, we will cue a 15-minute break.
Okay.
Give you guys a second to breathe and regroup. We will be back in 15 minutes, stream.
I got these little candies.
Oh yeah, it's the little sea salt caramels.
Yeah, little candies. They are so fucking good.
I believe something is also supposed to pop up if you do a. Hold on, I want to try this. Look at that.
Hey guys.
Yeah, highlight the message.
Well, on the stream too. You see it?
Oh. Yeah, big old D20.
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
How'd you do that?
Basically, it's just if you redeem something in the shop, that'll pop up each time, and then if it has something you can say.
Twerk now, white boy.
Twerk
How do you
now,
do-
white boy.
You remember all those the gambling things we used to do on here? Is that still on here?
I think for the avatars they are, but not for the store.
Oh, for the coins and stuff, points
Yeah.
you can get it, but not coins.
Yeah, so in the avatar one, I believe in the avatar commands you can. If you go to the about on my Twitch channel, there'll be a little thing that tells you what commands there are.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, but I think it's just gamble at something. All right, so. All right.
We're fucked.
Back to being fucked. Let's see where we were. Where we were on the initiative.
We're fucked.
That's great. We're fucked. It's Corwin's turn.
Oh shit.
What are you doing?
So, the one to my right, that one's facing me now, right?
This guy right here.
So the one that was on the Flanagan.
Oh, this one, yes.
That one. Okay. And Orbweeb's underneath the other one.
Pretty much, yeah. Orweeb's about. If I could actually. There we go. Orweeb's about right here.
Okay.
They're kind of hugging.
All right. I'm going to slash at the one facing me.
Okay.
And I'm going to follow up with a whip afterward to try and keep it at somewhat of a distance.
All right. So you're gonna slash the dagger. Give me the dagger roll.
13.
So you slash with your dagger, and it just cuts through the air. You miss.
Back, I say. Damn.
Is he
4.
intimidated?
Alright, you pull out the whip. Whoosh, back, I say! And it cracks too soon. You fall
Can
a few feet
spiders
short
laugh
of
at us?
striking the spiders. Sorry?
So can the spiders laugh at us? Because I feel like they would at this point.
You do hear one going, and it's form of laughing.
That's horrible.
Demonia.
I am going to attempt to break a Flanagan free,
Okay.
even though he's dead.
What are you using?
I'm gonna use my dagger.
Okay, you take your dagger, and you start slicing down the webbing. Give me a dexterity check.
Okay, ignore that then.
To hit works too if you want to use to hit.
I don't because it was bad.
Okay.
You said dexterity?
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, that's much better. I got a 3.
You're trying to figure out how to cut through this webbing, but with Flanagan's wings so mangled, you're scared you're gonna cut him, and you're kind of just stumbling upon yourself as you're trying to like cut the webbing. It is now. Anything else you can do before I move on?
Whose turn is it next?
It would be
Sorry, is
Flanagan's turn.
Next out. I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on him.
Okay. As you're
not
struggling,
cast, but-
you rest your hand on O'Flanagan, and what do you want to say for the inspiration?
I'm gonna tell him I need you to pull through this with any ounce of strength that you have left in you. I need you to get out of this web. Cannot help you if you don't.
You see as sorry?
I was gonna say, it gives him a 1d6.
Okay. You see as O'Flanagan still tied in the web. As you're speaking out to him, you don't see him budge at all, and he is unconscious and dying. It is Flanagan's turn.
Gives him a 1d6 to his savings throw.
You got one success.
Alright.
Alright. It is now the spider's turn, unfortunately. Weeb, as you're sort of dancing around underneath the spider, evading various attacks, you see it starts to back up and it sees where you are and it goes to strike down with its fangs to try to stop you from dancing around underneath it. With a 13.
Can I use a reaction and dodge? Do I see him coming at me?
Unfortunately,
moving around?
no, because you're both engaged in combat. That'd be usually if
Okay.
you one side was not engaged in combat, you'd be able to do something like that.
Okay.
You are struck. The
I
fangs
am.
come barreling down, and you try to dodge out of the way, and the fangs pierce you in the shoulder, and you take 7 damage.
Dude!
You wail out in pain. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
$16.
You pass the saving throw.
Woohoo.
The poison begins to run through your body. You take... That was not the right roll. Holy shit, what the fuck was that? Okay. Wow. So, the poison from previously begins to compound, and it's starting to make a comeback. And the poison that you just took in from the strike begins to compile. You take 8 more poison damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
homegirl's out.
Going for
You
a
guys-
full TPK here.
You guys are, as you guys are trying to fight off these spiders, you watch as one of them just bites down on Orbweave, and Orbweave just goes boom and hits the ground.
I have 2 health left.
Oh, you're still
But I
alive?
am fucked up. Oh
Oh, I
yeah.
thought you said you're dead. Okay, yeah. So no, or never mind. You're still up.
Then
You
I'm
can
going
tell
down.
the fangs pierce Orbweave, and Orbweave wails out in pain. You see, she kind of falls to her knees a little bit and is beginning to almost go into a panic from the situation she's in. It is now Orbweave's turn.
Run, bitch.
Run, bitch.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm
Okay.
gonna run.
You're gonna take
So
off running?
whatever direction these guys aren't. Yeah, that way.
Ah, God, stop.
That way.
This way or this
How it
way?
shows on your screen. That way.
Let me actually scroll up a little bit. You want to head deeper in the forest or to the water?
Deeper in the forest.
Okay, you run for the
Home.
forest. Unfortunately, as you're running and you exit the spider's area of attack, he does evoke an attack opportunity upon you. He goes to swipe at you. Huh?
I have something called Cutting Words that I can use as one of my Bardic Inspiration slots.
Okay.
I can expend a Bardic Inspiration slot, and I can use the Bardic Inspiration die and subtract that number from the creature's roll.
Okay, that's good. That's a good one. All right, let me.
So
pop up the
it'll
sheet.
knock 1d6 off. Whatever his roll is.
Okay, he's gonna roll to try to hit Orbweeb. You know, actually, what we'll do.
Okay.
Okay, he starts spindling a web, and he throws out webbing towards Orbweeb with a 16. You want to minus it by 6?
Let me see. I got a 6. Yep.
Okay. Orbweeb, the webbing comes flying at you with a 10.
That matches.
Matches. Okay, so as you go to turn and you see the webbing getting ready to cascade upon you, it falls just short, and you exit the spider's range of attack.
Oh my god.
Get out of here, girl.
I'm trying.
I'm running out of anything I can do. I have like 2 spell slots left. I have 1 Bardic Inspiration. I'm like... Orbweave has entered the void.
Oh yeah,
Void
Orbweeb has
now.
entered the void.
It's safe here.
It is now the next spider's turn. Corwin, as you're facing down this spider, it raises its fangs and it goes to strike you.
No.
Fuck, with a 23.
Oh my god. Yeah.
It's gonna be a
The
yeah.
fangs of Corwin, you're
11?
starting to cower somewhat as you're watching the fangs come crashing down upon you, and they pierce you in the chest, and they just rip through your chest. Not entirely, but they just go and it actually peels away a little bit of flesh, and some blood begins pouring from you, and you take 11 damage.
Okay.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
It's a nat 1.
Ooh.
You take 12
Oh.
poison damage as poison has begun entering your body.
He is very much out for the count.
Okay.
Oh.
Demonia, as you're trying to help O'Flanagan, Corwin, what do you say as you start to lose consciousness?
Run.
You just hear
Word.
run, and he just falls to the ground, slumped down, and passed out.
Run, you fools.
Run, you fools. Let's see, where
Put
is
him
it?
on his side.
Yep, going on your side.
No.
Run,
In
you
the
fools!
spider
And he
mountain.
just goes down. Demonia, it is your turn.
Man, if Norman would show up, that'd be cool.
That'd be pretty
That'd be
sick. Too
fucking
bad he's in your
great.
fucking head. So I'm going to again try to fucking break O'Flanagan free. with my dagger.
Give me a to hit.
It's a 16.
Yeah, you start
That's a bang.
sawing at the webbing, and you actually manage to cut him free. He is still very much under his
Okay,
in
that's what I
asleep,
figured.
essentially.
Okay. That is fair. Oh, I can. The spider closest to me has attacked me, right? Yes.
Yeah, they've they both
They've
attacked you. I don't.
did that one.
They haven't
Okay,
hit
because
you.
I can.
You've been getting blocked each time.
Cause I have.
Be right back.
Oh, never mind. The color if I can use this reaction, but it says that freaking damage. I don't know if I can.
Hold on a second.
No, can you record this? No.
Okay, what'd you say?
Never mind. Okay, so
Alright.
that's all I could do then. Oh, can I use that as a? No. Never mind.
Okay, just a moment. Okay. Let's see. We're on. Okay, back to Corwin. Corwin, give me a death save.
On Corwin.
10.
10. That is one success. So, Corwin's laying on the ground, and Des Moines, as you're towering over O'Flanagan, and you're trying to get him to get up, and the spiders begin shifting around, getting ready for the execution, and you just kind of hear a voice ring, and it goes, "That wasn't very nice, friend." And you turn over, and you see you see Corwin actually getting up and pushing himself off the ground, and he looks over to you, and you see like his eyes are no longer a jade green, they're a glowing yellow. And he goes to strike the closest spider. With a 16 to hit, he does 5 damage as he rushes the first spider and stabs it underneath the head, and you see green blood just spews from underneath it, and it goes as the damage inflicts. Okay, Des Moines, it's your move.
I am going to do something.
That's a
Motherfucker.
good idea.
Right, I'm. Oh my god. Fuck. Screen started fucking up. Sorry. I'm panicking. I'm gonna. Try to stab the spider nearest of me.
Okay. That would be the one
That big guy.
that would be the one of Flanagan is currently tangling with at the moment. We run up and attack it.
Yep, and I'm gonna hit it with the anti-magic sword
Okay.
that I got. With I didn't hit.
Okay, you wield the anti-magic sword, and you see as you begin to wield it, the spider itself somewhat vibrates and turns its head, cocks over to you as you're wielding the sword, and you see it almost trips over itself. It's attempting to back away from you as it's being struck by Corwin. It is now
Katina?
the spider's turn. We'll see if we have an interesting play out here. The spider begins to falter and it gets intimidated by the blade you're wielding and it begins to almost cower. It is now Orbweep's turn. Orbweep, you're rushing through the forest and you're passing some trees and you're coming into almost another open clearing. Not as big as the previous one, but a smaller one. And you actually get a moment to collect yourself. What do you want to do?
Oh shit. How far did I run?
About 25 feet.
Okay. I haven't used this before, but I'm ready to try it. I want to use Wild Shape, and I want to become one of those spiders.
Okay. What are the
Oh.
parameters for Wild Shape?
Don't do that.
As an action, you can magically assume the shape of a beast that you've seen before, twice per short rest. Max crit is 1/4 no flying or swimming speed. Max crit half no flying speed. I'm trying to see what that's trying. This is 2nd, 4th, and 8th. I'm not really sure what that means.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
you
that
turn.
must be my level. That must be my level. So I haven't hit 4th level yet, so I'm on 1/4. Whatever that means.
Okay.
With max crit 1/4.
So it's. Let me pull up your sheet real quick to make sure I got a full understanding.
And then I can stay in the shape for 1 hour before reverting back to my normal form, or as a bonus action earlier, or if I fall unconscious, drop to 0 hit points or die.
Which spell is it?
It's not a spell, it's a
feature?
It's an action. Yeah. It's a feat.
Wild shape. Okay. You can stay in V shape for 1 hour. Okay, so that's at 4th level. Oh, the CR means how how powerful of a beast you can turn into. So at 2nd level and 3rd level, technically, it's still 1/4 crit rating, which would put you.
Yeah.
These guys themselves are crit rating of 1, so you're not able to transform into the giant spiders, but you can transform into a different beast you might have seen before.
Oh, so that's what that means.
Yeah, CR rating is how powerful the enemy is. It tells me on my encounter they're CR 1. You can only do CR 1/4.
Okay, well in that case, I don't fucking know. I'm gonna heal myself, I guess. With
Climb a tree, man.
Just get up that tree.
There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb a tree and use Healing Word on myself.
Okay, give me an athletics check or an acrobatics check to climb the tree and get onto a branch.
Seven. But I've been
7?
climbing trees my whole life.
Yeah, oh, you have advantage in this type of terrain from the notes I sent you guys, so roll a second one.
Okay.
Any movement checks you need to make in difficult terrain, but familiar terrain, you can roll advantage on. You try to climb the tree, but you're so distraught about what's happening, you're having difficulty mustering the mental prowess to climb this tree. But you do cast Healing Word on yourself, and you can roll for the heal.
Okay. Eight.
8. Okay, you heal 8. It is now the next giant spider's turn. It is going to attempt to strike Corwin. That's a hit.
Jesus Christ.
Corwin, as you're moving, as you slice into the bottom of this beast and pull your dagger out, it strikes you again with its fangs, dealing 5 more damage. I gotta roll something. Okay, you only take half. So you take 5 damage, and then you're gonna take 6 more additional damage. Just keep adding it to your negatives. So as Corwin is standing underneath this spider and he's stabbing it, it comes down its fangs and pierces into him again. And you see Corwin falls to his knees, and he's like holding his chest with his dagger to his side. It is now his turn. Just a second. Okay. You see Corwin begins like shaking like angrily, and he gets up and he goes to strike the spider again. With a 15, that's a hit. He does 7 more damage as his dagger slides back into the spider as he continuously just keeps stabbing it in the same spot. He does 7 more damage. You see, as he pulls away his blade, he invokes he goes into a frenzy and he goes to stab the creature again. With a 17 to hit, 6 more damage. He strikes it again in the same spot for 6 more damage as he's just blind rage stabbing this beast over and over again as this blood is covering his entire body. He's almost like he's painted green. Okay. It is now Demoinia's turn.
Okay, now that I know that that sword scares the spider, I am just going to hold that sword in the air and start running at that giant spider with it.
This
my
one?
goal
Or
is
this
to
one?
yes. So the one that's near me, and my goal is to run it into the other spider.
Okay, so right
I
now
don't know
you
if
are
that's
in
possible.
front of the spider, so you'd have to like circle
want-
around.
I want to try that.
Okay.
Well, I want to I want to try to run him at least into the water.
Okay, so you could try doing that. But you'd have
I don't wanna
to
run-
either cut across like this and go this way, or if you want to lead him to the spider, you'd have to go down this way and kind of move like that.
Would he have attack of opportunity if I went around his back end?
Let me check how he's doing against you right now, as he is suffering
Okay.
a fault. You can tell you're debating on what you want to do next, and you can see as the spider is getting repeatedly stabbed by Corwin's blade. He's just in blind rage, stabbing him in the same spot. He's just letting out a roar like, "Ah!" Stabbing him in the same spot over again. He's just yelling over and over again, "Die, friend! Die, friend!" As he keeps stabbing him in the underneath his abdomen. And you can tell the spider is in such shock from all the damage he's taking, and from trying to keep an eye on where that sword is in your hands, that he's faltering and he's not paying much attention to you.
Okay. I'm gonna try to run around his back end.
Okay. You run past O'Flanagan, who is still unconscious, and you come around the spider's back end to his abdomen. And you can tell he's still distracted by Corwin, and he's losing track of where you are.
Okay, then I'm gonna try to just stab him in the abdomen, in the back.
All right, give me an
Because
attack.
Do I have advantage?
Yes, you do.
Well, I got an 18.
All right.
Hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
And I
Fuck 'em
do
up.
2 damage.
Okay.
I said we're just ticking away. There's a chunk of little chunks.
All right. It is now Flanagan's turn. I just went for him. The spider. This one right here. You see the spider is looking at Corwin as he's just blitz stabbing him in the abdomen. And it starts approaching Corwin. With Corwin's back turn, it gets advantage on his strike. $14 and a 14.
Wow, alright.
Okay. You see the spider goes to bring up its fangs. It goes to clash down and falls just short and doesn't hit. You can tell as the fangs came crashing down, Corwin almost looked over his shoulder and dodged to the left. The fangs come crashing down. He looks up and he goes, "Nice try, friend." And it is now Orbweep's turn.
All right.
Corwin, give me a death save. Give me 2 of them.
That's a fail.
Can I go around through the forest, kind of around to get to behind that spider at the bottom?
Yeah. So
Kind of like on that trail,
from your
yeah.
current position, you would have to travel 20 feet to get behind him entirely, and it would also be 20 feet from your direction, so a grand total of 40 feet to get behind the spider. Well, actually, to get into the zone. So, sorry. So from right here, it would be, 20 feet. Okay, so yeah, it'd be 40 feet total to get to the spider.
Okay, I can only move 30, so how far does 30 get me?
It'll get you about right here.
And can he see me? Can I go in stealth mode to make sure he doesn't see
You can
me?
roll to go in stealth.
Yeah, I'll go into stealth.
All right, give me a stealth check. Corwin, you got a 10 and a 5.
Yeah, I got 1 fail and another success, so I'm at 2 successes, 1 fail.
All right.
Am I on advantage?
For stealth, no.
Okay. I am proficient in stealth. What does
So,
that mean again?
Proficient
You
is
get
already,
bonus.
that's the +2 you get to it.
Oh, okay, word. Just I wasn't sure if that was just a modifier because
Yeah.
it's a dex.
It gives you an
something,
extra
but-
buff to it. But you kind of come around the corner and you kind of crouch into the grass a little bit, and you're confident the spider can't see you. As you're looking over,
Okay.
you begin to notice that Corwin seems to be going into some kind of rage. But you see he's just drowning himself almost in blood as he's stabbing the spider repeatedly, and he watches the one coming up behind him, sneaks up on him almost, and for a moment you panic thinking that the spider's going to get an advantage on Corwin. It strikes down, and you watch as Corwin dodges to the left, looks up at the spider fangs like crash on the ground. He looks up and he goes, "Nice try, friend," as you re-enter the area.
Just gonna mumble to myself, Jesus, what a psycho.
This guy is crazy.
Now, is that all you can do?
Yep.
All right. It is now the spider's turn, who goes to attack Corwin again. With a natural 20.
Okay.
With 14 damage, as this time, when Corwin turns to see the fangs crash on the ground, he goes, "Nice try, friend." The spider in front of him comes crashing into his chest, barreling its fangs into his chest, and he goes, "Oh, I didn't see that coming," and crashes into the ground, taking 14 more damage. Corwin, what is your current negative?
We're at negative 26.
Negative 26, and what's your total health? Yeah, normally
24.
24. Okay, so you
Oh my
automatically
God.
take 1 more failure.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. All right, it is now actually Corwin's turn. All right, you see Corwin turns to the spider that struck him in the chest, uses half his movement to get up, approaches the spider again, and goes to stab him like he's been. He throws up his dagger to the same spot, almost like he's trying to carve into the same area he's been hitting this entire time. With a 25 to hit, He does 7 damage as his blade collides into the spider, and he just starts trying to slash at it over and over again. You're watching as he's almost playing confetti with the spider's organs. The spider goes and crashes onto the ground, dead.
Thank God. Took us 2 hours to kill a
The following spider behind Corwin begins to approach, and as Corwin turns, he can see the spider approaching him, and he goes to swing his dagger behind him on disadvantage because the spider is approaching from behind. All right, he got a 19. That's half. So he turns around and he stabs the spider front force into one of the eyes and actually punctures one of the spider's eyes, dealing 6 damage to that spider.
Beautiful.
All right, it is now Des Moines' turn.
Alrighty, since this spider's dead, I'm going to run around the dead spider past O'Flanagan and charge at the one that's still alive with the sword.
Okay. You bear the sword in hand, you're running full force towards this next spider. Corwin, give me a death save.
Oh, fuck.
There we go. 18. That's
All right.
success.
Thank
So as you're running
Three
past
success.
Corwin, you see he looks to you, and you can see his golden eyes changed, are now golden instead of the original green. And he goes, "Hey, friend!" And he collapses to the ground, unconscious.
I don't have time for that. that is... we gotta kill this motherfucker.
All right, you run to this spider that was fighting Corwin
Can
full
I-
force. What are you doing?
Try to, like, roll intimidation against him with that sword. I just want to, like,
Yeah.
see if he's just as scared of the sword. Okay.
Absolutely.
Fuck. I got an 8. It's a +5 too.
Okay. Sorry, you got a what, Nate?
Yeah.
Give me a second roll. Damn.
You'll never
So you're-
believe it. A
You're
9.
waving this sword, and the spider watches its ally go down. You see it's backing up, and it actually raises its legs like it's ready to challenge you and the sword. And you can hear a voice echo.
It won't hit you. Stand strong. Stand strong. It will not attack you.
Word, I'll believe it.
So what are you doing?
I'm gonna... Does that mean, like, don't stab it because it won't attack me? Or I'm gonna stab him in the eye?
So you aren't able to actually move any further.
Damn,
You've expended
okay.
your actions.
Well, that sucks. I'm just gonna wave the sword at him and just... scream at him.
All right, you're waving the sword
like,
at him,
"Get
kind of
outta
like a
here!"
torch. Like, get out of here! Get out of here! It is now. Yes, Flanagan actually awakes and he's like, "Oh, what is
Oh my God.
happening? What is happening?" You see that spider as you're waving the sword back and forth. The spider begins backing up, and he backs up farther and farther and farther. He actually fully retreats and burrows into the forest, disappearing from sight.
Get out of here, spider. Thank
Okay.
God.
You see Orbweave is coming up on the hillside, and Orbweave, you're seeing Des Moines waving the sword back and forth. And you watch as the spider disappears, or actually just takes off into the distance, climbs up a hillside, and disappears over the hill.
Wonderful. Well, howdy to those who are still alive and conscious.
What's that?
I said howdy to those that are still alive and conscious.
Still alive and conscious.
Spiders kicked the shit out of us. We gotta heal these guys. They're all dead.
Yeah,
Of-
I've
of-
got enough in me to heal someone once.
I can heal someone twice. You want to go for a Corwin or a Flanagan? They're both kicking a little bit.
Which one seems worse? I had to dip.
As you're looking around, you can tell Corwin is actually fully unconscious, slumped over on the ground. You see, he's kind of like laid out starfish, and you can see the dagger next to him. And you actually look at Corwin, and if you weren't so familiar with his body type, you would
Steroid spiders fucked y'all up.
you would be able to tell that you wouldn't be able to tell that it was Corwin, but you can tell it's him. You see the dagger a little bit ways away from him, and he is just covered in this spider blood from head to toe.
Ugh.
Here, you deal with Sticky over there, and I'll go get the bird.
Got it. I am
Des Moines.
gonna.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna unwillingly touch his gross little back that's covered in spider blood and heal him.
And he'll okay. You touch Corwin's back, and what spell are you using?
Cure wounds.
Cure wounds. Okay. Are you still holding the sword in your hand?
Yes.
Okay. As you rest your hand on Corwin's back, you hear a voice. As the spell casts and heals Corwin, you hear him go, "No!" And you. I lost your sheet. Whatever.
Where'd it go?
You take 2 damage as the sword radiates fiery hot as you cast the magic, and then it eventually subsides as your spell wears off.
Hey, we don't like helping people. Good to know.
We don't like magic.
Well, man.
Or Weeb, as you're walking over to a Flanagan, you see a Flanagan's kind of grunting and he's awake. He's kind of looking down at his chest. You kind of hear Des Moines just kind of talking to herself. She looks at the sword and she goes, "Well, fuck, man."
I'm gonna yell out, "What's wrong?"
Bird doesn't like magic.
Did he tell you that?
Unfortunately, yeah. Yeah,
Your sword's gonna have to get over it.
that's what I'm saying.
As you're approaching,
That's too
Anyway,
bad.
as you're approaching a
I'm gonna
Flanagan,
heal.
a Flanagan kind of looks up to you and he's like, "Everybody in this party is crazy." Oh god, that fucking hurts.
Yeah, it sounds like it, buddy. I'm gonna heal him with healing word.
Give me a roll.
Your healing word was, buddy.
5.
Sweet.
That's the most I can heal with that, so that was a good roll.
That's good.
You see Flanagan's starting to look okay again, and his wounds are actually starting to, as the spell cascades over him, they're actually starting to patch themselves up. And you see he kind of just leans up off the stone, and you can see his wings are mangled.
Can I use a druid craft and just make the place smell pretty?
You raise your hands over your head, and you kind of bring them out like this, and as you do, this almost pink powdery substance bursts from your palms, and it cascades over the forest line. And you all begin to smell what smells like fresh roses.
That was rough.
Perfect.
Aw.
I figured all the spider blood probably didn't smell that awesome.
Mucked up the place.
Yeah.
How much you heal Corwin for, Des Moines?
Oh, let me go back. I think it was 6.
It's
So let me-
6.
6.
Was it 6?
Okay.
Okay.
You can see that Corwin is still very much unconscious. Corwin, give me a Constitution
Do
saving
me
throw.
rough.
10.
10. Okay, you actually begin to awaken. We're gonna put you. You awake with 1 hit point.
Fuck yeah.
I got a question, Wyatt.
Yeah.
So for the for skills, there's like the medicine
Mm-hmm.
skill. Is that like a way to like try to heal when you don't have spells, or like
Yeah.
what's an example of where that could be
So
used?
if someone's bleeding out and you know they're gonna die from bleeding out, you can like patch them up so they stop bleeding out and taking continuous damage. It could be, like if you were to try, you could buy like bandages from a store or a shop and use those bandages to apply to a player. You know, things like that.
Okay, so it's like if you're physically able to help
Yeah,
somebody,
you can
but
make
it's not like
splints. Like if they have a
you
broken
can't
leg
like
and they can't walk.
regenerate.
Not really. But if they have like a broken leg and they
Okay.
can't walk, you can make a splint if you pass the check, so they
Okay.
can walk, so they're
Okay.
not helpless. You know, things like that. You can
Okay.
stop them from actually
Okay.
dying, like bandage, like just wrapping up, stopping the blood, things like that.
Alrighty. Well, in that case, the best I can give is moral support right now.
Corwin, as your eyes kind of flutter open, you kind of rotate onto your back and you look
Yep.
up, and you can feel like you're just covered in blood. And you see Demonia just kind of looking over you, and you see the blue sky and kind of a pink hue from the druid craft that Orb Weeb created.
I'm assuming you got the spiders.
You got the spiders.
Yeah, man. You popped
Mm.
on up and started stabbing those guys.
Why am
So-
I covered in nastiness?
Yeah,
'Cause
because
you
you
stabbed
popped up
those
and
guys.
stabbed those guys.
No, that make no sense. I got shoved 2 things straight in my chest. Nearly
remember
died.
that guy you told us about?
You need
What
to
was
be
his
more
name?
specific.
What was your little friend?
Norman?
Oh,
Norman.
Norman. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Norman lives within you. Like a little.
Oh yeah, he's near and dear. He'd always
Yeah,
hear in
but-
me heart.
Right, yeah. I think
I think
Yeah,
he's
I think
also
he-
physically in you.
No,
physically within you.
no, don't discriminate, but no, we don't do that.
God, cameras would be so useful.
A what?
How do you think
A
you got
what?
covered in spider blood like that?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it came over top of me at one point, and you guys stabbed it, and I just happened to be in the way.
Well, either way, thanks, buddy. Spiders are gone. We're fucked.
You're
So we
welcome,
should
friend.
definitely
That was
Find
weird.
somewhere to rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real. There was an opening like 25 feet that way. We can look over there and see if there's like a good spot to like camp for the night. What time is it?
Let's see.
We were kind of
Probably-
night dwellers there for a while.
It's about noon.
No way.
Yeah, you guys got back onto a normal time schedule.
Yeah, well, we're about to get fucking off of it.
And it felt like
Yep.
a long
Sleep.
time, but I mean that spider fight was realistically about 15 minutes.
Okay. Even though in real life it took us 2.5 goddamn hours.
Correct.
That's D&D.
Wonderful.
Each action takes roughly about 6 seconds.
Yep. That was
No,
a
that's
non-speed type combat. So that's how long it usually takes.
Anyway, we should go over to that clearing and see if we can camp.
I see how Flanagan
Finding some
approaches, and he goes, "How'd you guys win?" Sorry, I was. God damn, I was still over at the
Well,
stone.
Corwin came back from the dead from what I saw, but
I think his little
he's in
buddy
denial
lives
about it,
inside
so.
of him.
What?
I don't know.
Me neither.
Dead Corwin jumped up out of the air. I'd stabbed the hell out of that spider and he's dead. That is the only response that I have that makes sense. Also, this sword keeps talking to me, so I don't know if I just
No, I'm
need to
not.
take a nap. it's talking. I think I might just need to go to sleep. I think I'm hallucinating.
We did all of us did almost die, so going to sleep might be a good idea.
Wait, the
Yeah,
sword
that sounds
talks
like a
to
great
you?
idea.
Yeah, that's something we can address later. The sword doesn't like magic,
Well, that's
from what
unfortunate.
it's told me.
It's probably
Isn't
just
it?
some type of PTSD from the fight we just had. I wouldn't take it to heart.
Yeah, I'm not gonna look too far into it.
Theo Flanagan starts trudging over to the tree line. He's kind of like wobbling back and forth, as you can tell. As he kind of gets ahead of you guys, you can see his wings are literally mangled, broken, bent, almost destroyed.
My chest
Okay.
hurts.
I'm gonna kind of keep O'Flanagan up, like put my arm around him and try to hold him up and try to walk him into the clearing. Be like, we just need to walk a little bit into the forest and we might be able to find a clearing.
He kind of looks to you and he's like, he puts his arm around you to try to like have a grip to keep standing, and he's like, "Thank you so much." And you can tell he's still kind of like having a loud chest pain from the wounds he took to his chest.
Yeah, that's fair.
What the rest of you guys doing?
Following along, let's can I like go in front of everyone and lead us to that clearing that I found when I ran away?
Yeah, you kind of skip ahead and you get ahead of everyone. You guide them over to the clearing you found. You guys go into a little of a. It's not super big. I'd say it's probably about a 40 foot by 40 foot circle type clearing.
Nice.
Nice grass. The grass probably is only about a foot tall. And it seems pretty clear and okay. You don't really hear any sounds of distress or other animals nearby. The occasional chirp, you know, birds flocking,
Can I
and
do like
things like that.
some sort of like a Can I do like a nature investigation and just check to see watch for any signs of like possibly like a nest or any sort of like basically any beast or animal home that is
Yeah.
possibly nearby?
Definitely.
Do you want me to roll nature or investigation?
Give me an investigation on advantage.
The first one is an 11. Second one is a 16, so 17.
And what are you looking for?
I'm just basically checking our whole surroundings, making sure that if there is any, like checking to see if there's anything living near us, if there's like a home, basically for any sort of animal or beast, like a spider's nest, for example, or anything like that, just to take a look around, and look for like traps and shit like that. Just anything I need to be aware of.
Yeah. So
Covering
one
the
thing
ground,
too,
you know.
you guys can even a long rest doesn't necessarily have to be sleeping. You can do things while you're long resting. You do have to sleep at some point, but it doesn't always have to be slumber. You can do other things like read a book, do what you're doing right now, actually investigate, look for nearby areas, but stay within the area type deal. You don't have to sleep. So if you guys would like, we can begin the short rest and then do little things while we're going through this short rest, like looking for traps, other houses, staying within the area.
I need a long rest.
Or, sorry,
I was gonna
long
say
rest.
I need a long rest. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well then I'm gonna scrum on my loot a little bit.
Typically for a long rest, it's typically how it goes is 4 hours of sleeping and then 4 hours of doing whatever you'd like to do. As long as it's not exertive activities like fighting things or parkouring or climbing trees or going to a mountain.
Damn it.
But staying within the confines of what you designate as camp can be good for that 4 hours of just doing whatever you want to do.
Okay, cool. Well, in that case, I think Corwin and O'Flanagan should definitely rest. Like go to sleep for like their 4 hours or whatever. And I have a bedroll if anyone needs it.
You see, you kind of mentioned that Corwin and O'Flanagan probably should get some rest. And O'Flanagan just kind of goes, gladly. And then he just falls face forward and falls onto the ground and just starts slumbering right there.
Alrighty, I'm gonna roll out my bedroll and try to kind of push him onto it.
Yeah, you roll out your bedroll and you kind of grab onto a Flanagan and roll him onto it, and you can see he's just going.
Wonderful.
His breaths are pretty deep and gaspy. Almost like every single breath he's taking, he is in pain.
Poor thing.
Corwin, what are you doing?
Going to sleep.
Going to sleep? How are you going to sleep?
He's gonna take out his bedroll, throw it out.
Yeah, you kind of lay out your bedroll, you roll it out, you kind of pat it down a little bit, rub some dirt, just dust some dirt off it. You lay down and you lay your head back, and the idea of them mentioning that your friend Norman is inside you begins to ponder over your mind as you slowly drift to slumber. Okay, Orby, you're looking around for nearby traps and houses and
Yep.
anything, basically. Okay, what was your roll? 17?
Yes.
So you venture a little bit out of camp, just trying to see if you can spot anything. You see the occasional doe, a couple of crickets, not much else. And as you are on your stroll, you do hear meow, meow, coming up from
My
behind
boy
you.
Steve.
It almost seems like
Oh,
no matter
I'm
the
gonna-
circumstance, Steve always finds a way of finding you.
I'm gonna pick that boy up and just hold him.
You kneel down
Talk
and
to
you
him.
pick Steve up into your hands, and you just kind of cradle him, and he kind of purrs and nudges into your side and falls asleep.
What a guy. Love that dude.
As you continue journeying with Steve's sleeping in your arms, you look around, you don't find much, but you guys
Okay.
do know now that you are about a day's journey away from the mountains. The
Alrighty.
you specifically, Orweave, know that there is one more villa from here to the mountains.
Okay. I
Demonia,
want to take
what
a
do
look
you
at
want
that
to do?
map.
I'm gonna roll up my bedroll and just play on my lute for a while quietly, so I'm not waking anybody up. Just
Okay.
strum on it.
Yeah, you start playing on your lute a little while. You do make sure to be quiet about it because you're trying to be courteous of your allies. And you feel almost like a whimsy and almost rejuvenated as the music begins to kind of flow through you. And you feel your
You know, one
energy
thing
kind of flow back into you. What was that?
I forget is I also have bagpipes, which
I've never seen you play the
What?
bagpipes.
I've never once played the bagpipes, and I keep seeing it in like my inventory. And I keep forgetting.
Trying to
I'm
find...
pretty sure I have bagpipes.
There it is.
Oh no, I don't have
Yeah.
bagpipes. Never
Okay,
mind.
so Arbweeb, you know the
Okay.
next villa is called Pelios.
Helios. Got it. I think I actually.
Isn't that
No, I don't. That sounds familiar though. Like I've
is that your
written
origin
it
tale?
down. No, because I came from south of. Gosh darn it! I just got out of the map and now I gotta go back to find it. Okay. No, I come from the Savage Lands, and we're like,
Oh, yeah.
which is like south of Waterfall Citadel.
Yeah, but that just sounds
Um,
familiar.
It does sound familiar, so I'm kind of looking through my notes right now to see if I have anything written down about it. I don't think I do though. Maybe it was someone else that was like related to. I'll take a more of a look later and
Okay.
stuff because I have a lot of pages of notes on my character. But can I just like walk around like the perimeter of our campsite, like just like maybe like 2 or 3 feet into the forest line, just kind of weaving through the trees, and can I just like pray and thank Maliki for everything and keeping us alive,
Yeah, so as you're walking through the
helping a
forest,
sister out?
as you're walking through the forest and you're kind of watching the perimeter, you're not seeing much. As you do travel with your various roles and such, you have seen various paw prints in the dirt. You've looked it over, and you can tell the paw prints are of wolf kind, but you haven't heard, seen, or found any further prints since. You continue walking, and you're thanking Maliki. Well, how are you thanking Maliki in particular?
Give me 2 seconds. I'm writing down some
Yep,
notes right
no
now.
problem.
'cause I know I'm
Moines,
gonna forget.
as Orweeb is taking a stroll, what were you doing? You're playing on your loot?
Yeah, I'm just playing
Okay.
on my loot, hanging out, resting.
Cool,
Been a
cool.
long day.
You're about 10 feet away from O'Flynnigan. You're playing on your loot, and you're looking over to O'Flynnigan, and you kind of glance over at his wings again. And you kind of begin to ponder the question if he will ever be able to use them to fly again. And you kind of go into a sad melody without even really realizing it as that thought kind of crosses your mind. You kind of get a flashback to the last time he used them, when you were the one who asked him to fly and save Warweeb from the sky, and when he took the initial crashing fall that started his path on his broken wings. And you go into a more of an upset tone in your loot without even really realizing it as you kind of drift into that thought path. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking?
Damn, it is a little bit my fault there. A lot of it my fault. In an attempt to save our party mates, I hurt him.
Yeah.
I
Corwin, you're...
also,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
in my brain though, in my Demonia brain, it feels only mildly justified as I saved Orweeb with that action.
Yeah.
But I still feel bad as a character for that happening. Because that's horrible.
Yeah, you kind of, you're going down these different avenues, and you're like, man, you had to make the call in order to save Warweeb's life. If you didn't, Warweeb could have died, and it was the right choice to make. But you can't help but escape. You can't help but to try and escape this feeling of overwhelming guilt wash over you as you know that you were the beginning of what has happened to O'Flynnigan thus far. You try to remind yourself that O'Flynnigan willingly accepted this journey with you guys. And you try to remember that it's not your fault that he's made the sacrifices he's made or jumped into the fights that he has jumped into. But you still can't help but you can't escape the feeling that it is your fault. Corwin, you're tossing and turning in bed, and you're trying to fall asleep. You sleep for a little while, probably about 20 minutes passes by, and you kind of just open your eyes again, not able to escape the thought of them telling you that Norman was inside you and that you were the one who killed the spider. And you have no recollection of killing said spider, and it starts to give you flashbacks back home to, what was it, Eagle Crest?
Yeah.
Eagle Crest. Of people telling you about these events where you'd go to the bar and Norman would help you fight once you got knocked unconscious, and you began to further question the friendship between you and Norman as you began to grow more ponderous of what is really happening. What are your thoughts? What are your actions?
He'll kind of sit up and lean forward and kind of put his elbows on his knee and kind of rub his head, thinking about all past things that have happened. The hunting trips that he went on and don't remember coming back with anything but tales being told. The stories in the tavern when people would come in disgruntled and they would leave battered and bruised, but he didn't know who did that. And trying to connect the dots with the these lines that have been provided, trying to wrap his head around that Norman has been there for all the hard times, but the good he's far and few between. Only really shows up when things are going bad for him.
Can I see that he seems a little troubled?
Yeah, Demonia, you're still going down that avenue of guilt. You look to your left, and you kind of hear the sound of Corwin moving, and he kind of leans up and puts his arms over his knees as he seems to be glancing deep into the forest, almost lost in thought.
Ask him like, you had a hard day? Almost dying and all?
He'll look at it. I'm actually getting kind of used to this almost whole dying thing.
It seems to be that way lately. You weren't doing great out there, bud.
No, it's been rough, but we're making it. Once we get this eagle taken care of, and then maybe all these bad things, as juju that's following, it just kind of go away and we can all go back to our regular lives.
Maybe we can leave some of this bad behind us.
That would be ideal. Nothing against you lot, you've been great, but this has been very inconvenient. A lot of the things we've had to go through and had to experience, these have not been great. Maybe one day we'll look back and laugh, but right now this has not been fun. You know,
The worst thing I've
dying
been
and
through.
stuff.
A little bit better than the circus. Could be better. It's like a
Yeah.
C minus for me, I think.
Well, going to that big mansion, and then witnessing that, seeing that person be fed upon, and then that big old riot thing
Yeah, it's
starting
hard the
out.
first time. I could see that.
Being thrown into prison. That
Yeah.
wasn't fun.
Happens.
Oh, we had that big lizard person burn down the tavern after us.
Yeah,
I almost burned alive there.
it's a hard
Nearly
one.
died by some spiders.
It's a toughie.
As you guys
Not a
are in
huge
mid
fan of Spidey.
conversation, Weeb kind of comes back inside from the forest line. Weeb, you're kind of reuniting as they're almost reminiscing about what's happened thus far and what they're really gonna do when the egg is delivered. You guys can continue.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hello, little
How
lady.
you feeling there? Orwin?
I've been worse, but I've also been a lot better.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Kind of seems like this whole little adventure we've been on feels that way.
Well, yeah, I was putting it lightly.
Yeah.
I was just letting the minion know that once this egg gets delivered, maybe all this bad luck will go away. Maybe the egg itself just has something over it that just kind of brings down different transgressions upon those nearby. Because even no Flanagan there seemed like he had a somewhat of a calmer life before being brought into the area of the egg.
Yeah. I'm starting to not really like this egg a whole lot. I don't even know why I took it from that wizard. I mean, he seemed like such a nice guy, but he didn't really warn me about how dangerous this was going to be.
No, he was very vague. Take this to the mountains. Sure.
And
Easy enough.
And I also thought it would be a lot easier. Yeah.
I don't know. I think bad luck just tends to follow me. This doesn't even feel that out of the norm. I mean, giant spiders, sure. I guess.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know if
used to be
anything
friends
gets
with
better
giant
after this.
spiders.
Yeah, that had to blow.
Now they hate me.
That was my first experience, and I don't like them.
Yeah, they're not. Unless you know them, they're
You gotta get to know them.
they're hunters, like they're looking for food. Those guys, they were protecting that sword.
Yeah.
You ever ate spider?
No.
Little ones.
I've had like the little ones, but not
Oh,
like
man,
those guys.
Giant spider leg one time, ate it on a dare. Made a whole gold coin out of it. It was sick.
You seem
I
to be
bet that
pretty
tastes
well at getting
pretty gnarly.
coins to flow towards you, though.
I do what I can.
Hey, at least you're good at it.
I'm an
You're also-
entertainer. What can I say?
Pretty good at talking
I've
to
been
them
having
ladies.
to steal.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wasn't big into stealing until I met you lot. Stole some bedrolls and all different kinds of things. Oh, and we also did larceny. We broke into someone's house, and then we
Yeah.
I think that one was a little warranted. I would say that was more like a health check.
because we're supposed to deliver this flower to this person, and that person
To
apparently
the sick person.
that wasn't actually even there.
We didn't know that.
We make mistakes.
I didn't know that.
Well, I'm just saying in hindsight, yeah, no, we didn't know, but that just didn't work out in our favor whatsoever. Well,
Yeah,
Finnegan
well,
got
maybe
blasted
maybe
through a
side
wall.
quests aren't our thing. I know, and then disappeared, and then came back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but we
he
did
was
find a
definitely
cat.
gonna fuck us.
We did get
We
Steve.
did get a cat. I know, I love him.
So
My favorite little guy.
Reminds me of an old friend I know. His name's Tux.
Yeah, he reminds
Yeah.
me of him too.
You guys do notice that Arweeb is cradling Steve in her arms, and Steve is well asleep.
Good. He deserves the
It's
rest.
Steve. It's Steve. I've acquired
Props!
Oh my god. Steve.
Props!
Steve.
Good timing
Can I
there,
say
Mr.
something?
Steve.
You want to say something? Did you hear that?
yes.
Thank you.
I remember the first time came in contact with that little guy. I paid way too much for some ham that was uncooked, and decided to go feed the strays.
Well, what you did was a very good thing because now we have a very loyal buddy with us.
Yeah, and that
And I
little
don't know if
bastard
he's
can get
been
out of
much
anything.
help, but
No,
but he's a great follower.
I'm sure one day your ability to talk to animals, maybe he can help us out with something.
Oh, I could
You
talk
should-
to him.
You should
Yeah,
talk to
perfect.
him. How's he feeling?
Why can I talk to him without using a spell slot?
You would have to cast a spell in order to do it.
That's gay.
We'll see. Well, you know what? Fuck it. We'll find out how much time has gone by. Have I acquired one spell slot?
That much time.
I will say this, I'll allow you guys to cast spells freely during long rest, like, transactions. So you can cast it without
nice.
expelling a slot.
Nice. I will speak to the boy then.
Okay, what do you say?
Speak to him. He's right
I'm
there.
gonna say, how you doing there, Steve? How are you feeling? How do you feel about our adventure so far? Handsome guy. He has a lot to say.
Hold on. 1, 2.
Now say something, Steve. Come on, Steve. He's sniffing the mic.
Like, get that out of my face.
Go ahead and say it
You
again.
always have so much to say.
How you feeling, Steve? How do you feel about the adventures we've been on so far?
I've been better.
He's like, so sinister. He's like,
Is that what he sounds like?
No, I just want.
That's
I just want.
Steve.
That's a Flanagan, dude. I thought it'd be funny if he was like,
I'm fine, mother.
oh my god.
I'm fine.
Find me some pork, mother.
he kind of speaks back and he's like, "It's been an interesting journey."
Have you ever traveled this far out into the forest?
Oh, I've been all over these lands. Strays like me, we tend to get lost for a long time until we find the right family.
How old are you?
I'm 11.
11.
Can you ask him what his favorite food is?
What's your favorite food, buddy?
One time, this older gentleman took me in. They said he was what they call, or perhaps you call, a fisherman. And he gave me something. It was slick and slimy. He told me his job required him to fetch it. And he gave me a piece, and it was probably the most delicious meal I've ever had. Second to that meal that odd-looking fellow over there gave me.
He says his second favorite meal was the pork you gave him, Corwin.
Oh, I'm glad he liked it. It was expensive.
We're gonna try to get you some fish, buddy.
Get this man a fish.
That would be excellent. Will it be slimy
I bet
like the fisherman's
you would love it.
fish?
It'll be so slimy, buddy.
Perfect. Perfect. I'm excited.
Just how you like it.
I'm very excited for that
Good.
day.
You should get some rest, kiddo.
Okay. He kind of curls back into you and just slowly drifts back into his slumber.
Fishing.
He likes his favorite food is fish. He said a fisherman gave him one time, and it was so slimy he loved it.
Us. Okay. I can get some fish.
We gotta try to get some for him sometime. He deserves it.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna put
As
that
you
on
guys
my
are
quest note.
you guys are chatting, and you kind of hear footsteps approaching behind you. Just, shh, 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 shh. You turn around.
I'm gonna
and you
turn around
see-
so fast.
You all turn
I'll
around
whip my
pretty
sword
quickly
out.
because you're still kind of battle mode, and you see a Flanagan. He goes,
How is everyone?
How are you?
I've seen better days. I can say
I
that.
could see
True.
that.
I'm
True.
not sure
Hey,
how
word.
useful my wings are gonna be after this, but
Oh, Flanagan, I'm sorry.
why are you
I
sorry?
sent you after Orbweave. And I caused the damage to your wings.
Then why you? I mean, I said it back at the cabin, but if you have the ability to save those who can't save themselves, and you don't, everything that follows is on you. If I didn't take that chance and try to save Orbweeb, I would rather be dead if Orbweeb were to possibly die from me not using my ability to save her.
That's all I needed to hear.
Don't put it on yourself.
Yeah. I'm sorry about your wings, man. That's not
Well-
cool. But I really do appreciate everything you've done and saving my ass multiple times. All of our asses. Multiple times.
Please, I'm happy to do it. You guys are probably the friendliest bunch I've met in a long time.
It kind of
It's not
seems
very
like we're just a
friendly in
group
the
of
underworld.
the underworld.
The criminal underworld.
Fair.
Yeah.
I never made it that far into my criminal tendencies. Thankfully, I was at least I never got caught. But then again, I was never doing anything crazy. Just survival mostly.
It's
I
not
got
nice
caught
out there.
a few times. The key is to just kind of feign an ignorance, and they kind of just think you're an idiot and usually let you go. I didn't know better. I didn't know that vase was supposed to be sold. I thought it was free. I picked it up and walked away with it. I'm sorry. They usually let me go. I don't know.
Works.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I've always done. Yeah, but then
Help.
again, it wasn't because I was pretending to be stupid. It's because I actually was.
You're not.
But we're learning out here,
stupid.
you know.
Honestly,
Anymore.
with those spiders, I've trained in combat since I was 12, right? And they took me out like first. I almost died if it wasn't for you guys. If any of us here were stupid, the stupid ones would be dead. Let's just put it at that.
Alright. I feel somewhat attacked on that. I've almost died 3 times since knowing you.
But you're not dead.
Not yet.
Not dead, are you?
Yeah, I mean,
Just very-
my chest was bleeding out, man. I mean, I was in the same boat.
No,
You
we
know?
can compare scars. They should be roughly the same.
Oh yeah, totally. We could, yeah. I'd say we both got hit in the chest for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, you know what? If we were a smidgen more dumb, we'd both be dead. So we're at the bar.
A
I'll
bar
take
sounds
that.
great.
A tavern
I
does
can
sound
take a
excellent.
Not even
yeah.
much. I'm not even much of a drinker, and that does sound great.
I haven't had a drink in days.
Haze.
What about you?
Days,
What
weeks.
about you, short one? Is there a tavern somewhere nearby?
There is a village nearby. I know that. I think there's one more village before we hit the mountains. But I can't remember what it's called. Starts with a P? Palos or something? Have you guys heard of it?
Palos.
I'm mostly familiar
Palos,
with the
something like that?
Waterfall Citadel.
It's Paleos.
It's Paleos.
Peleos.
Peleos.
I was trying to get back on the Discord. Sorry.
Um,
Peleos. Yes, there.
well, that's the next town.
That is the next town, which that actually reminds me. I did see wolf prints near this camp area, which is fine right now as it is daytime. But we're gonna want to make sure we leave this place probably like, I don't know, maybe an hour or so before sunset. I think that should give us all enough time to heal and rest up enough.
Yeah, an hour before
But we
sunset
shouldn't
sounds
stay
good to
here.
me.
Okay, because we shouldn't stay here overnight. Otherwise, we're
Well,
in their territory. Honestly, I couldn't even be mad at them if they attacked us.
How far is
Yeah.
Peleos?
Well, I would say about an hour walk.
Okay. Hour walk, hour before sunset? I mean, we could probably make that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna get some rest and try to get my wings healed up. You guys have a good rest of your night. Or afternoon, or... Yeah, you know what I mean.
Who knows what
Yeah.
time it is? That tavern in town too will sell underage. I don't know how old you guys are, but trust me, they're cool.
So Flanagan kind of walks over to his bedroll and he kind of just slumps back down like he overexerted himself just from the conversation alone and just falls asleep. Some time goes by. You all take various naps. Some of you take strolls. None of you really stay awake alone. Usually it's two people are awake, two people are asleep, and kind of interchange like that. It's 1 hour before sunset. And everybody starts waking up. You can see it's starting to get dark. The sun's starting to go down.
Alrighty, guys. I think it's time to pack up and go. Who is asleep?
Currently, O'Flanagan is passed out. Corwin
I'm gonna
is
nudge
awake.
O'Flanagan.
We'll say Corwin's awake and Des Moines is asleep.
Okay, I'm gonna gently wake up O'Flanagan.
You shake O'Flanagan
Not
awake. He
startle
looks up
him.
at you and he goes,
Oh, is it already time to go? That was fast.
It sure is, buddy. I hope you're feeling better.
Wings are still worse for the wear, but I think the rest of me is doing okay.
Maybe we can get some bandage materials and such. I think I can help patch you up.
Yeah, I think my wrap is probably gonna need to be mended. It's kind of falling apart now.
Yeah.
what the rest of you are doing.
I'm going over
Is
to
Demonia awake?
I'm going over to Demonia and just kind of like gently tap on her shoulder.
I'm gonna
and
shoot up immediately. Like,
Oh, we're just getting ready.
oh
to
my
go.
god!
I'm sorry.
Oh. Oh wow. We're heading out?
Just about. We're just packing up right now.
Perfect! I'm just gonna get up and start rolling at my bedroll. Just start shooting up.
All right.
I'm gonna pack up the bedroll that O'Flanagan was using and grab it and pack it. I mean.
All right. You guys are all packing up your bedrolls. You kind of get your stuff together. You're all sorted, and you're about to head off. Is everybody going?
Everybody's
Yeah,
going.
Yes, sir.
Long rest
Make
day
sure I
coming
have
now.
my
Beer.
Yep.
trusty
Everybody's long rested. You're all healed up.
Oh,
Let me get
thank God.
Flanagan.
Let me.
All right. Flanagan's healed.
I needed that bad.
Corwin in his head, he's going to like reach deep and be like, all right, apparently I killed the spider. Is that good enough? Can I do the things now?
Are you saying that to us?
You've done well.
No.
Continue on this path, and I will make you ever stronger. Obey my commands, and you will be the most powerful mage I have.
All right. You'll kind of look down his hands and you'll see if did we have a campfire going?
No.
No.
He'll try and cast Blade Ward on himself and see if it actually takes.
As you're all grouped up, you see Flanagan kind of takes a moment and he kind of looks up. You see he's in deep thought, and he looks back down and kind of shakes his head a little bit, and he raises his hand to his chest, and you watch a white glow cascade over his hand to his palm, and then a white pulse just goes poof and washes over his chest, and you cast Blade Ward.
Fantastic.
Step back and go, whoa, what was that? What are you
Um,
doing over there?
so I think the abilities I have, I unfortunately have to. I think I have to take life in order to get my abilities. Otherwise, that's the only
That
way it
is
really seems to
super
be
dark.
working.
Super dark, man.
That's super dark.
That's fucked up. I'm sorry.
I know. The combat that we've been in seemed to go a little bit better when I'm able to do the certain things. I'm not very good with weaponry or martial tactics. But this seems to be a condition that needs to be met. I don't have a problem necessarily taking care of bad people. I'll
Yeah,
have
you
to
gotta do what you gotta do.
I'll have to set a line though. I don't want to have to just go murdering in order to try and keep myself and y'all safe.
Yeah, if you don't set that line soon, you won't know where you stand, my friend.
But I wanted to let you all know that that seems to be a current situation that I'm in.
What, a bug count?
I think the joy. Oh, it's as far as like little bugs, I probably have to kill quite a few. But the giant spiders that apparently that one that was taken care of, that condition seemed to be met, and now I can cast my spells and different things like that again.
Well, morbid, but I'm glad it worked.
Yeah.
We need every magic hand we can.
I'll try and be as open about these kind of things as I can. But if I
Yeah, keep us updated. That way we can, make sure things don't go haywire on us.
right.
You guys all kind of settle in, get your stuff together, pack up, and you start heading for the forest lines with Orbeeb taking charge as the leader through the forest. And that is where we will end it as you guys head on to Pelios.
On to
Thanks.
Pelios.
Thanks everybody who's watching. Trillian, thanks as always for your interesting comments.
Shout out.
Yeah.
And we will see you guys next time for episode 8, which shouldn't be a month from now, but real life's unpredictable sometimes. So Discord will
Hopefully
always
we'll
get
see
the
you in 2
announcement
weeks.
first. Till next time, see you guys.